Hello, and welcome to Power Play Origins Vian Vigor. Dun,
Woo,
dun,
woo, woo.
dun. That's not actually our official theme music, but I am Rick Budd, your game master, and with me tonight is Omar Najam of the California Najams and Dale Kingsmill of the Australia Dales. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for
And
having me. I'm both very excited and nervous to be here.
No, oh my God, we're so excited to have you. Dale is like a big internet D&D guru. Check out her YouTube channel where she talks about mythology and D&D and all this super awesome stuff that's way above our heads. And tonight we got Omar's playing Vian Vigor, of course, and Dale, as you can see from the readout there, is playing Destiny Ben Dixon, and we'll find out more about her later. So this game is one of the rewards that you all unlocked during Operation Nazi Puncher a few months ago when you help us raise over $4,000 for the Southern Poverty Law Center, something we are just still completely in awe of and super grateful for. So thank you for that, and thank you for unlocking these games, which we have just been having the best time with. We hope you've enjoying too. And special thanks to Jake and Lauren and the mods and everyone at QueueTimes. We can only do what we do because they do what they do. Honestly, none of this internet stuff would be possible without the mods. Have you ever been in an unmoderated channel? Like, seriously. So thank you to all of them. And your subs and your bits help support QueueTimes. And your donations to the chip jar go to the people you see on screen. That's our Feed the Cast fund. And to that end, we have our usual rewards. Here's how they work. If we get to $50 tonight, you get the team gets a point of community determination. Determination goes into premium in these games. They both start out with 0, so that 1 point either one of you can draw on in the case of an emergency. If we get to $150 tonight, as you've picked up probably from the last 2 games, if you've been watching, we at Vian's Dream. Omar will reveal an important story about Vian's past or just some sort of dream that Vian has, just something about Vian that comes from the mind of Omar Najam here. And if we get to $250, our top tier, our after credits lore drop, a revealing glimpse of some important but previously unseen part of our universe, which is always a highlight for me. And you can always see those tiers in chat with the command unlocks. And if you can't help us out by donating, you can always help us out by liking and commenting on our YouTube videos, sharing tweets, and helping us promote and stuff. We really appreciate all that too. And we appreciate the fan art. I want to give a shout out to Lemon Twist, who's been doing this great stuff for these solo games and for everything. Thank you so much, man. We love that stuff. And now for a continued limited time, you can get Power Play merchandise. There are T-shirts and stickers with all of Caitlin's wonderful character art available on them. You can get them at the QueueTimes Teespring store. There is one of those stickers that is our logo from our buddy Hector Lowe. And Jake will put the link to the QueueTimes Teespring store down in the chat in case you're interested in any of that. And the game we play here is called Icons. It's published by Ad Infinitum, and it was created by a cool dude named Steve Kenson. You can check him out on Twitter at @skenson. The book edition that I have is published by Green Ronin. They've been sold out for a really long time, but you can still get it as a PDF. We play a hack of it, but even if you play as directed, it's a super fun game. You can follow the show at Power Play RPG on Twitter and Instagram. Power Play is now also available as a podcast for the podcast inclined. You can find that wherever fine pods are casted. And that's the announcements. Time for Power Play. And we're back. So, previously on Power Play. In Power Play Episode 1, the series premiere, we met Vian Vigor, a former celebrity-ish mystery writer who, in the present day, works as a novice private eye in the city of Port Ruby. And during his crime-fighting adventures with Cadrax and Benny Beckett and Udla's Galley, we learned that Vian had a pretty cool superpower. Namely, he has the ability to phase through solid objects. Where did that come from? Okay. And thanks to the criminal psychic Bella Murata, we also found out that Vian's abilities stem from the fact that he is a ghost. And yes, it turns out that while on his way home to Los Angeles, Vian was killed on the dusty roads of Death Valley, California, when his car, which he was driving at unsafe speeds, smashed into a wooden post that was buried in a sand dune. And along the way, we also found out that Vian answers to someone, a mysterious sheriff who is played by Winston Duke, and who seems to be some sort of a ghost or an angel or a cosmic entity or something like that. Anyway, under circumstances that remain unclear, he gave Vian a magic badge and sent him back to the world of the living as the Spirit of Justice. And in Operation Nazi Punter, the season 2 charity game that spawned these origin story episodes, we met Kipper Sweetletrot, a British World War II era orphan with super speed, and learned he was also a Spirit of Justice. Okay, I know that's a lot, so we're gonna get started. Hang on a second, I'm getting a sound here from somewhere that says something. Okay, I get
Messages from beyond?
Yes, messages from beyond. Sorry, they're not for me. I'm just easily distracted. That's all. So yeah, let's start in Las Vegas, Nevada. Last week in the lore drop, we got a quick glimpse of Destiny Bendixson at a hospital visiting someone, and Destiny, you just got back from that hospital. Let's call that Grand River General Hospital. You visited an unidentified man and then left when visiting hours ended. And on your way out, you collided with a very polite guy in a cowboy hat who was also played by Winston Duke, strangely enough. And then you came here to your shop. So first, tell us a little bit about your shop.
Okay, so Destiny walks in through the front door rather than the back, and she instantly regrets it. It's got one of those sort of old-fashioned bells hanging over the door. That the noise is just so cheery that it like makes her want to punch something. It's pretty dimly lit in here. It's really, it doesn't have any like overhead lighting or anything, so it's all lit by like soft lamps and whatever sort of neon glow is coming in through the window outside from her shop sign. But it has to like creep around the edges of, she's got one of those sort of crushed velvet curtains hanging in the window to try to sort of cut it off and make it a display space. So any of the neon light kind of has to just sneak in around the edges of that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear from the interior that the store makes its bread and butter from selling like candles and loose leaf tea and like crystals. At the counter, there's like a special deal where you can get lots of those sort of, the sort of tumbled semi-precious stone chips. You can get like a scoop in a silk bag for $3 a scoop. So that's, the most obvious thing about the store, I would say. Ordinarily, she'd probably go through to the back room at this point. She's been spending a lot of her nights here recently, going over her books. There's sort of a buns of beads curtain leading through to the other room instead of a door. But tonight, instead, she just grabs from behind the counter sort of a really old-looking deck of cards. And she takes it over to, there's sort of a round table in the middle of the room, a wooden table, probably just big enough for 2 people to play a game of cards. And yeah, I don't know, the old deck is sort of bashed about around the corners. It's really sort of looking a bit, tired from use. And I think she's gonna take the deck and lay out a really simple sort of 3-card spread for herself, face down.
Okay, you spread out three tarot cards.
She hesitates for a second, and then she flips the first card.
Yeah, you flip that first card, and it is the Justice card.
Okay, all right, that's good. She flips the second card.
Okay, yeah, you flip that second card over, and little weird, also the Justice card. Particularly strange because there should only be one in this deck.
Okay, flip the third card.
Yeah, trifecta. The third one also just jackpot comes up Justice.
She's going to pick up the deck and just start rifling through all the cards.
And as you start rifling through those cards, you probably are super shocked to see that every card in the deck now somehow reads Justice.
Okay, well, that feels like a sign from the universe.
Or sign from someone. And as you are pondering that, we're going to cut over to Death Valley, California. Vian, only moments ago, your car, a sports car, let's say it's manufactured by Bard, hit a wooden post buried in a sandbank, and you flew straight through the windshield and died in the sands of Death Valley. We saw that happen way back when Bella Murata unlocked your memories. And then your eyes open. And suddenly you're gasping for air. And you sit up and quickly notice you are not alone. Sitting on the ground, cross-legged, right beside you, there is a cowboy. An old Western-style sheriff with a star pinned to his coat and a 6-gun at his side, played by Winston Duke. And he lets you gasp for air a little bit, and then he kind of leans in and says, "You remember who you are?"
Do I?
Sure.
Okay. I do. What the hell just happened?
I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes there's some memory loss. Here. And he holds his hand out to you, and he kind of hops up, and he kind of helps you get to your feet. You had a little accident. How do you feel?
Oh God. And I would turn to my material wealth. I think sort of the last dredges of it, right? The car, which is, I mean, is it
front end is, just, completely just totaled, and the whole front windshield on the driver's side, you can see is smashed.
Oh God, this is horrible. Did I hit you?
No. I got here afterwards.
God damn it. My insurance is about to go through the roof.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. Well, I think you got a little more to think about right now. See, you're a new man. And he points down at the ground behind you. And you turn and you see that even though you're standing up, your body is still laying on the ground, bloody and dead.
I think I would jump back at first, and I truly think I wouldn't recognize myself, because how often do you know how you look from the outside? And so I think I would go and sort of crouch down to go check on this person, and it would probably take me a second to see my own face.
Just take it easy.
What the? And I think I would turn to the sheriff and, what the hell are you doing to me? Was this some kind of joke? What is? What do? All right,
I'm not,
pal. And I
I'm
want to
not
start
doing
attacking.
anything to you. You're doing it all. Now, I'll explain everything. But first, we should get that car off the road, that body too. And he kind of leans down and starts to pick up the shoulders of your body. You want to get the feet?
So what do you? No, hold on, no. I can't. Okay. Who is that? Is it like a face swap thing? Is it a plastic surgery thing? Like an LA Confidential sort of? What are you setting me up?
I don't know what the LA Confidential is, but there's Vian Vigor.
No, okay. I get it. That is someone. And for some reason, is this a kidnapping? I don't, I have nothing. I'm drained dry.
I will tell you everything you need to know. You want to get the feet?
I'm gonna look around to see if there's any other option.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Can I roll for that?
Nah, I'm not even gonna make you roll. I'm just gonna say is, no matter what direction you look in, you just see kind of sand, the dirt road that you came down. There's no lights, there's nothing. There's the moon in the sky, the stars. There's a breeze. There's, some tumbleweeds, that kind of stuff, desert stuff. But that's it.
Okay, I turn back and I sort of have a change of heart in a way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. Whatever this is. Sir?
Great.
Yeah. You want me to get the feet of my dead body? Yeah, let's do it. I would love that. Are you sure? Do you want to get my feet? Or what would you prefer, honestly?
And he kind of okay. He kind of pulls his hat back. He's like, I'll take the shoulders.
Great. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you take the shoulders. Yeah, I hear that I have very heavy shoulders. So let me yeah, I'll take the feet.
By the way, it looks like we've unlocked the first tier. Thank you so much, everybody. And it looks like we're almost our way to the second tier, which is Vian's dream. So thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, the sheriff helps you load your own dead body into the back seat of that wrecked car. And then working together, you both push the car along a narrow path that leads into the dunes until you come to the edge of a ravine. And from that edge, you look down into the ravine and you can see the long abandoned ruins of what looks like it was once a small western town. 2 rows of lonely ramshackle buildings framing a wide street, the remains of a few smaller structures on the periphery, and the sheriff goes, that's the town of Grave Glen, where it was. Come on, we'll hide the car down there. And the two of you roll the car down one of the less steep areas of the ravine, and then you push it up the main street until he points into a narrow alley between the buildings. And there. And yeah, you just kind of you're going with it, and you push that car in between until it fits snugly between those buildings, and then the sheriff points to a couple of old rusty shovels leaning up against a nearby wall, and now we got to bury it.
Oh, okay. I don't quite get it, but I think I know what's going on. Yeah, so we're gonna bury. Do you want to bury the body, or like do we just like? Well,
oh no, we're gonna bury the car. I hope you got some time. He kind of like laughs.
Yeah, and I look around and I kind of laugh out into the night, like, yeah. I hope. Yeah, this might take a while, everyone. So let's just stay put, keep them rolling, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just your voice kind of fades into the desert breeze, and it takes a few hours for the two of you to bury the car there, but you get it done. And then the sheriff takes you to one of the nearest buildings. It's got like a set of those swinging cafe doors, And,
oh, perfect.
Yeah, and he motions you to follow him inside.
Yeah. All right, partner. Let's go inside.
Tell you what, you walk in, roll intellect.
Oh, boy.
Oh, dang it. Why am I using the red die again? Okay, I never learned. Okay, I'm switching to the blue die.
All right, let's see intellect here. Let me switch over to my previous, because we have our original stats.
Yes,
All right.
your intellect is
It's
5.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough night for me, Rick. Both in story and out. Apparently, I rolled a 1, so that's gonna be a total of 6.
Total of 6. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You enter and you see a dusty bar, some old tables and chairs kind of covered in cobwebs. This place was once a saloon.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a wall with some like old tin type photographs on it. And you kind of
Oh wow, good
walk
production value.
over. Yeah, you like kind of scan them. And one of them, you stop. You see this very sheriff in one of the photographs. And along the bottom, like he's just standing in front of this building, kind of taken from from a distance, but you can make out the face. And it says, written along the bottom in heavy ink, it says, Sheriff Virgil Wheeler, September 6th, 1871.
Whoever did this is pretty good. This is actually pretty good.
And he kind of like walks over and takes a look at it. And he's like, oh, now that's not me. In much the same way that you're not really Vian Vigor. You've been reborn. You're the spirit of justice now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I also going to get one of these like gift shop pictures or something? Should I get fitted for a costume or something like that? How does this work?
No, what you get is power. Now, it'll take you some time to figure all this out. Yeah,
Oh,
but you will.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to take this new power and you're going to go out into the world and you are going to bring justice to those who have evaded it on behalf of those who are desperate for it.
Okay. That's very good. And I want to look around just like that's a good line. That's pretty great. Fantastic. Is there a specific reaction that you want?
Well, there is something I need. See, this is a tough gig, my friend. Okay. Spirit of justice has to have compassion and empathy for those that you help and for those that you stand against. Okay. You have to be able to see the world from behind their eyes, and above and beyond anything else, you must always be kind. See, that's like an oath, and I'm going to need to hear you swear to it.
Oh, okay. Got it. I would call it a log line, personally. And this is such a good elevator pitch. This is like, really just encapsulates sort of like what you're looking for. So I gotta say, I don't know where you're hiding like all the cameras and the microphones, but this is very impressive. I don't know why you picked me. I haven't done theater since I was in high school, but I'm touched. I love it. Should we break? Can I review some materials or something? And then we kind of take it again?
You're having a tough time dealing with this all, ain't you? I know, it's a lot to lay on you, but you get it, right?
Yes, I do. I get it. And I promise I'll say the thing. You can do the close-up. We can, the reveal, the moment. I love it. And I love it. I just don't know why. And I don't know what for.
Well, you're dead, my friend. And you're getting another chance here. So,
okay. Mm-hmm.
The oath?
I'm gonna have to get sides or something, or
and as you're talking, he kind of phases. And
oh, what the hell?
See through him, and he like takes his hand and
is
it through your chest? And then pulls it back.
What the hell? What? Okay, how did that? Don't do that. That actually.
You're not used to taking things seriously, are you, Vian? You're one of them people who use humor as, what do they call that? One of them defense mechanisms.
Why? Okay. Why me? I didn't audition. I didn't sign up for anything. I don't understand. I write it, I sell it, I step back. I'm happy. Listen, I'm happy to get a second career boost. Trust me, this is, I need it. But like, I don't. But I don't understand. I don't understand.
Oh, your career's over, and I didn't choose you, Vian. You chose you. Don't worry, it'll all make sense someday. First, I need you to say the words, "Be kind always," and I need you to understand the gravity of it.
Be kind always. Yeah.
No, you didn't mean it. I can tell.
Oh, no, obviously be kind always. Like, I just
Cadet sits down in one of those dusty chairs and just kind of shakes his head and he's like, no.
where is it? So it's just you. So it really is. It really is just you. There's no one else around?
Just you and me, partner.
Okay, be kind always. Yeah, kindness always. Can I just go?
And he reaches into his pocket and
Hey,
he pulls out a sheriff's star and he flings it across the table he's sitting at towards you. That badge is what they call a talisman. It'll focus your power to move in and out of the material world. You won't always need it, but it'll help you for now. Put it on. Oh, it looks like we have unlocked the second goal. Thank you so much, everyone. We're getting Vian's dream.
we're not even. Oh my gosh.
We're close to the third goal. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Do we beat last week's? It's not a race. It's obviously not. It's obviously
I mean, it's not, but like,
It's
if
obviously
it was,
not.
though,
But we
was
did
a
get
race,
it. If we would obviously, Dale, we would be in the lead
I mean,
by
yeah,
2 minutes.
like, I
you
mean,
know.
but it's not a race, though.
But again, it's not. It's not. That's not what we're here for. But
Oh, I
You
say
just
it was.
put the badge on.
okay, yeah, here.
And you pin it on. He's good. And he gets up and he takes a look at you. He's like, all right. Now, you know what? You're going to need some practice. Practice solving crimes, catching the culprits. You're going to have to get good at that stuff if you're going to be playing detective. And you are. So I'm going to need you to close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm certainly not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. I'll wear the badge. I'll do whatever you say, but I'm not.
Beyond. I need you to trust me, but more important, I need you to, open up and feel that this is the way.
I don't really have a choice, do I? I guess you've got me cornered here in the middle of the desert in Death Valley.
No, you got a choice. You wanna see what's on the other side? I'll just release you right now. Not everyone gets a chance like this, Vian. In fact, just a small handful in all of history. But if you don't want it,
okay, no,
I'll find someone else who wants it.
I'll close my damn eyes. But I want you to know that whatever spiel you're giving, I'm not buying it for a second. Because if it's a select few people throughout history, let me tell you, Vian Vigor, the name would not be on the list. I don't even think I was on Santa Claus's list. So yeah, let's do it. I'll close my eyes. Here we go.
Yeah, and you close your eyes, and when you open them, it's morning. The sun is shining, and you are standing on a sidewalk lined with little shops. And the sheriff is, you know where you are?
No, I don't know. I don't know where it was.
Look around. Use your detective skills.
Roll
intellect.
Much better. 10.
The license plates on the parked cars that are parked on this street, they all say Nevada. And in the distance, you think you can see the top of the world famous Aurora Casino Hotel, and you immediately know you are in Las Vegas.
Okay, well, I use my power of deduction, and I put together a couple pieces. The dirt on the side of the road picked up only appears in certain dry creek banks, and yet obviously we're in Las Vegas.
Dry creek banks? You just read the license plate, didn't you?
No, I did. Yeah, obviously I did. That was sarcasm. Yes.
And he points to the closest shop, the one you're standing right in front of. And you look over on the awning, it says Destiny Ben Dixon, Psychic Intuitive. And the sheriff says, Destiny Ben Dixon is a fortune teller. Someone she loves very much has been hurt. And without your, let's say, caring intervention, they'll get away with it. He just points at the building. She's in there.
So I just go in?
Yeah, you just go in.
Okay. And I start heading and I turn back.
And as you sort of turn around, he said, one more thing.
Yeah, of course.
Vian,
yeah.
Always remember, if you die in your corporeal form, you lose your ghost form. And I can't make any promises as to what happens after that. Go get him, kid.
Yeah, I'll do that, Sheriff. Let me go rustle up some bad guys. Let me go call the wagon, Sheriff. Let me go do that. And I walk to the door.
Yeah, you walk towards the door, and as you get there, you sort of turn to see if the sheriff's watching you, and he's just gone now. And you turn back to the door, and you're about to open it when you see that there's a little paper sign taped to the door. It says, "Futures only. I don't speak to the dead."
Well, that's good to know. And I open the door and I walk in.
Destiny, you are sitting in your back room when you hear the door jingle.
I'm gonna rush out through the beaded curtain, and then probably stop when I see Vian. Are you my 2 o'clock? I'm really good at American accents. Are you my 9 o'clock? I thought that I canceled everything today.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
No, I'm here to I'm sorry. It's just No, I'm not your 9 o'clock. I'm here to help you out.
Real quick, Vian, when you describe what you look like right now, do you remember what you were wearing when you died? I think you came from a party or something.
Yeah. A dress shirt, a tie that's like askew because it was just flapping in the wind. I assume that the dress shirt itself is probably, well, I don't know, but like it would have gotten dirty in a corporeal form. And then some tight but stretchy jeans. And then very expensive shoes. I would not have given those away. I'll take those to my grave. And I maybe did.
Yeah, and you got dust, Death Valley dust and dirt all over you now. But yeah, so that's what you're seeing.
I'm just gonna describe Destiny for Omar's sake.
Oh yeah, please.
She's blonde, loose curls, a little freckly. She looks really tired, probably at this particular point. She's kind of soft facial features, but she's wearing a really hard expression. And she's wearing like a blue check shirt. That's probably I would say that's probably like really obviously too big for her over like I don't know, like just a singlet.
It's hard to picture, but okay.
I'll do my best. Yeah. What? I'm sorry. I completely. I'm new to this. What was your name again?
I'm Destiny Ben Dixon. It's on the sign outside. Are you?
I'm meeting with Destiny. That's great. And they call me a hack. This is good. And I want to like open the door and yell out to the street. This is really good. That's funny.
I'm
That's
sorry.
very.
Exactly. Why are you here?
I well, Destiny, Ben Dixon, since you asked.
It's my name.
Yeah, and I'm saying it. I had just such a run of bad luck these last couple hours or days. Who's to tell? Because you close your eyes. One time it's night, one time it's morning. I died, and now I'm here, helping you, with something. Do you need
It's
what? Do you want? Are we gonna paint sticks
it's
and throw?
you. You're the spirit of justice. You.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Could you not tell?
You're a hipster.
Well, that's no. No. Hipster's a little bit of a callous term. That's
Have you seen your jeans?
Yeah. Well, these ones I didn't buy at a thrift store, so I wouldn't say hipster. I would say it doesn't matter.
Obnoxious.
I'm sorry.
So you're obnoxious then. You didn't buy them at a thrift store. You just bought them so that they look cheap.
I know. I didn't buy them so they look cheap. I buy them because they are designer. That's sort of.
I'm sorry. I thought that I'd be getting like, I don't know, an angel with a flaming sword or something.
Oh, like a seraphim or something. Why don't I go get one? Let me quickly, 1 second. Do you mind if I'm just going to dream a genie real quick. Let me see if I can go ahead and do that. Am I still here? I thought maybe I could pop over to some sort of magical emporium or something. And go get you. Would you like a cherub? What do you need?
And while you're standing there, by the way, we have unlocked the lore drop. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow, yeah, thank you so much. Wow, that was fast.
It's not a race.
It's not a race. It doesn't matter, and it's not about that. It's not about that. But if it were about that, and again, it's not, Dale, right?
It isn't, definitely not.
But we won't even. We're bigger than that. We're not going to say anything.
And while you're waiting to see if a seraphim appears, the door it jingles again, and this time it is a man in a sport coat and slacks, very neat and prim. If I had to cast him, I would say he was played by Michael Keaton. And Destiny, you immediately recognize him as a local gangster named Quiet Daryl Ivy. And he walks in and he says, "Hi, I'm your 2 o'clock."
I'm sorry, we're closed today.
Well, I was really hoping for a reading.
Yeah, it's an emergency situation. Sorry.
Well, it's an emergency for me too. See, later today, I was planning on placing some bets on sports. I do that, and when I don't win, well, sometimes I get angry and things happen, bad things, and I don't want that, and nobody wants that. So maybe you can just read me and tell me if I'm going to pick the winners or not.
Okay, yeah, sure. And Destiny's gonna go and grab a separate deck of cards. She's gonna use the old one.
And when you go to grab the cards,
justice now.
He kind of looks you over, Vian, sort of. What happened to you?
Well, partner, it's been a hell of a night, let me tell you. What's your excuse?
For what?
For looking like you just blew in.
He kind of like turns away and sort of buttons his sport coat and now just doesn't answer you. Destiny, you can return with your cards.
I come over and I'm very sort of perfunctory, sort of shuffle the deck myself a little bit and fan them out, and I say, pick a card, any card.
Yeah, and he reaches into the deck and he pulls one out and he shows it to you. What'd I get?
Can I do a quick little psychic reading? Little reading?
Yeah, Destiny.
You can
Roll
do-
your predetermination. Do you hang on a sec? Just want to make sure.
Let's see.
Sorry, precognition is what it's called.
You
All right.
paired me with a precog, Rick. Okay.
How do you know I'm not a
I did
precog in real
nothing.
life?
The fates did it. Yeah.
Okay, so now what am I rolling here? I'm rolling
You roll a
D6.
D6 plus your power level, which is, what was your power level?
6.
6, right.
All right. Okay, that's a 10.
Ooh. And wait, where's Daryl's sheet?
This is going to be extra impressive because he didn't tell me what the sport was.
Yeah, I have to. Okay, so I set the difficulty against how obscure or distant the future event you're trying to see is. So, what are you trying to see? Actually, the winner of the game that he's asking about, or something else?
Yeah, the winner of the game.
Okay, so, and you got a 10. So I'm gonna say, he's kind of holding the card out, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm betting on the Port Ruby Ogres. They gonna win?" And you close your eyes and look that evening into the future when the Port Ruby Ogres are playing and see that they are, in fact, going to get the pants beat off of them.
Answer inconclusive. You can bet on them if you want. I mean, might mean that it's a tight game. Might mean that it's, going to get postponed for some reason. I don't know. I'm not getting a clear answer, but they're a good team.
Inconclusive. Well, okay. I'll tell you what. If you foresee anything that might be useful to me, come up with any other tips that I should know about, which could be good for lots of people, I will be holding court at the sports book over at the Aurora all afternoon. So, come up and see me sometime.
Tell you what, because you didn't get an answer, that reading was free of charge.
He kind of straightens his tie. Well, I'll see you around, I'm sure. And he turns and he opens the door. When he opens the door, you can sort of both see he's got a couple of guys standing outside waiting for him, and he just joins them, and they get into sort of a dark sedan, and it speeds away.
Okay, great. Well, since you're not planning to help me, you can get the hell out.
Great. Fine. And I walk out.
Okay. You hear the bell jingle as Vian walks out. Vian, you are now standing on the sidewalk in front of Destiny's shop. What do you do?
I stop and I look. Well, first thing I do, because Vian is very aware of how people see him from the outside, or at least he tries to be. I would move away from whatever windows or glass that Destiny would be able to look through.
There's a big crushed purple velvet curtain in front of it.
Then I don't have to worry about it. No, I'm gonna be safe because you might peek through the side. You might pull a psycho.
All right, judgment.
Not you. Well, okay, I know that you would, but I'm saying Destiny.
You don't know me.
And I step to the side.
Seems to be some pre-existing antagonism. Do you actually know each other before this? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
I would step to the side, and I genuinely would stop and sort of think about it a little bit. I think I'm thinking about two things. One is I don't know anything except for what I've been told to do. And the other is that I definitely got a pretty bad vibe from that whole interaction situation. And even if this whole thing is a trick and there's hidden cameras or something, or I'm just being pulled through some sort of narrative, That's not good, I guess. So even if it's fictional, I don't know, I guess I'll help. So I walk back into the shop.
Door
I'm in the
jingles
back
again.
room by now,
Yeah, you hear that door jingle.
and I do nothing about it.
Okay, you probably know it's me, right? You probably use some Scrabble pieces or something like that, or did some runes.
Either come and help or go away.
I will dust myself off a little bit and head into the back.
What does the back look like?
The back room is a wreck. Complete wreck. Like out in the storefront, it's pretty neat. She keeps it tidy. This back room is like there are old changes of clothes piled up on the couch, which she intermittently sleeps on at the moment. So there's a blanket draped over it too. There are books open and dog-eared and like sitting face down as a bookmark on every surface. And then it's littered with empty energy drinks. Just cans of energy drinks. like
That makes sense.
like in the dozens. And then she's standing in front of like a cork board, which she's propped up in the sort of kitchenette area that she's got in the back. And pinned to it is like the worst crime board you've ever seen. It's like she's got little drawings of pretty bad drawings of the likeness of Quiet Ivy, and you think maybe the two goons that you saw outside? Hard to tell. The drawings are bad. There's like string dangling from one of them and a note that says black car. And that's it. That's the crime board. And she's staring at it very intently.
I'll say this, and funnily enough, it might come up during the dream thing that will happen later. But Vian glances over at sort of like the piles of clothes and the couch and the blanket, and says nothing about that. There's like not even like an iota of reaction to that at all. But he does look at the Monster Energy drinks and just points at them and just goes, "Those will kill you. What are you doing with this?"
Only kill me if the Ivy Gang doesn't get me first, right?
Okay, all right, let's do this, I guess. And I kind of want to like move the blanket from like the arm of the sofa and kind of just like sit against it. It's like, I mean, you're not really sitting, but like, it's that kind of just like prop up. It's definitely for the visual, like, and just pointing at the board. All right, Vian Vigor, mystery writer extraordinaire, and part of the WGA, funnily enough, at your service. So what do you need? What is this?
Do I know his books?
They're certainly famous enough that you could if you want to. And there was a crappy movie version of at least one of them.
Yeah, The Dark Window.
The Dark Window.
You're Vian Vigor?
In the yes.
My little brother loved your books.
Well, I am sorry to hear that he stopped liking them, but I guess a lot of people did, so not surprising.
Yeah. So how do we do this? This justice thing.
Yeah, justice I'm not the most hot on. I'm not the best at that. But what
like, literally what you are?
I'm literally
I read about others like Sweetletrot and
You would not know that.
yeah. Dale wouldn't, or I would.
Neither of you would know that.
Oh, okay.
I read about others.
Okay. Other what?
Okay. Am I gonna have to get you caught up on this spirit of justice thing?
Okay, you know what?
You know what? I'm gonna go and grab one of my books, one of the ones that's got the most dog ears, probably the one that I read about the spirits in, and
Tell
I'm
you
just
what.
gonna flip through to the page and hand it to Vian.
Yeah, make an intellect roll. Represent how much we get out of this book.
That was pretty rough. 7.
Okay. She hands you a book, and it is, kind of this occult encyclopedia, and it has an entry on it entitled "Spirit of Justice," and you skim it real fast, and basically, this entry just sort of talks about how there are a couple of spirits or a couple of cultures around the world who have legends, stories, just vague hints about a personification of justice itself that has appeared from time to time to help people in need. And it sounds very much like what your sheriff was sort of talking about from a different perspective. There's not a lot of information in there. You don't get specific info about, previous incarnations, anything like that. Just sort of vague hints that, there are people and have been people throughout history that believe this is a thing.
That's you.
Huh. That's so interesting. And as I skimmed it, because I am a very fast reader. Not in real life, I'm a very slow reader, but Vian is a very fast reader. And I closed the book and I put it down. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not trying to be rude. I am actually trying to do the opposite. It's just been a bit of a tough day, or a couple minutes, hard to tell. Destiny, is that that's like, is that a brand, or is that
It's
your
my
name? Okay.
I know, I get it, but look, fate has a sense of humor or something.
Well, thing is, my name is Vian Banerjee. It's very nice to meet you, Destiny, and I hold out my hand to shake yours. I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm here. I don't know anything about that stuff. I'll tell you that much when I point to the book. But I do know 2 things. You need help, and
I just remembered I have occult as a specialty, and I should have added it to my role. I'll remember in future. Go on.
Right. I remembered, and just didn't tell you because I'm mean. No, I forgot also, but I will try to remember that.
We'll remember from now on. Sorry, go on.
Sure.
You're in trouble, and I will do whatever I can to help, because I am not, despite the last couple minutes, a total jerk. And the second thing is that I really need some coffee. So if there's any way we can have this conversation over some espresso, that would be great. Do you have that in Vegas? Is there any of that? Is it too hot?
Do we have coffee in Vegas?
I'm not it's not a real question. Can we just go get some? And but good stuff. Can we get a good coffee?
Okay, well, I can't promise good coffee, but all right. Is there like a nearby cafe?
Yeah, I mean, you are in, an urban landscape now. You're in Vegas, so there's there's a Starbucks every
There's
block,
got to be a
just like in the real
Starbucks
world.
within walking distance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We walk up to it, and I kind of turn and I kind of block Destiny. Great. So when I said good coffee, I did.
Shut up.
Mean.
Shut up.
We can't. I died. It's burnt. Flavor is burnt. I can't. I need some. I can't function.
I'm just gonna walk past him into the Starbucks.
And I turn out to the street wherever the sheriff might be. You are testing me. You're testing me. And I walk inside.
Yeah, and it's a Starbucks.
I get some iced thing, some kind of a frappuccino.
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee, but I think Destiny does. So she gets something that is a thing that you can order at Starbucks.
Yeah, you get it, and it says Bessie Lee. When you get the thing back on it, and Vian, your
They're getting
name tag.
closer.
Yes, Vian, yours says Neon, and
Great.
What did you get? What did you get, Neon?
At a Starbucks, I got a flat white. And
Okay.
if it took time, I definitely brought up the fact that I had a flat white in Australia before it became a thing here in the States. That's just a detail. That's not important. And it's true. Wow. Playing at the top of my intelligence.
She nailed it. You are a hipster. Okay. Yeah, and the two of you get your drinks and miraculously find a table at the Starbucks and you sit down.
It's got like little drips of coffee from the last people and a torn
used
straw
stir,
wrapper.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is great. Vegas finest. So, Destiny, what is the mystery you are investigating?
I don't know if I'd call it a mystery so much. I know who did it, what happened. So that guy who came in,
Yes, Quiet Daryl.
yeah, he his actions not so quiet. He's part of the Ivy Gang. They're like a local mob. He runs some games. Okay. So what you have to understand is that my little brother doesn't have so much self-control, and he likes gambling, and he likes to hit me up for tips on how he should bet from time to time, and it's hard to say no to him. So he loses as much money as he wins. I felt like it wasn't that much of a problem. I thought he was playing at different casinos, mixing it up so that he wouldn't draw attention to himself. But he played at the Ivy Gang's casino and he won a little too many times. And they thought he was cheating. And they cut his brakes. He wrapped his car around a tree and he hasn't woken up yet.
The Ivy Gang did that?
Yeah. Yeah, the Ivy Gang did that. And that's why I called you, because I am a fortune teller. I can't exactly take on the mob. That's why I was hoping for the flaming sword.
Well, I'm unfortunately not a flaming sword, but I do get that family can be tough. And my folks also sort of have a black sheep of the family. Which, yeah, okay, well, I had a line
you're the
planned.
black sheep.
It was going to be really dramatic and good.
It just seemed like you were,
and it was going to be, but
they have a black sheep,
and then I had
me.
like sort of like a thing. But you know what? If we're just going to go ahead and say it,
it's you, right?
I'm not the moment's past, Destiny. Look, I don't know any of this. I don't know what's happening. It's a little bit weird. I would like a night to sleep. Do I sleep anymore? I don't know. I don't know anything about what I can turn into. Apparently, I could reach probably through this wall. Maybe. I don't know what's going on, but I will.
Can you?
I think so. I think this.
Do it.
Well, I don't know if I want to try it at a Star. I barely drink coffee.
It's a
at
Starbucks. No one is paying attention to you. Just put your arm through the wall.
Okay, well, I saw the sheriff do it, and he did a little bit of a Back to the Future thing, so this shouldn't be tough. Okay, great. And I tap the totem to try to just turn only my arm. I try to phase only my arm.
I mean, you don't have to roll for that, as you know.
Yeah, but can I phase only my arm?
I
don't know if I've ever phased only a part.
Yeah, no, I think, you know,
objects and stuff.
Yeah,
but...
you entirely phase or you entirely don't.
Okay, so in that case I entirely phase. And
yeah, and as you were watching Destiny, yeah, he sort of becomes translucent. You can see right through him.
Hell.
I fall through the chair. I fall through it. I fall through that wood chair. And
were you holding your coffee at the time?
I was. Not even necessarily to drink it, but just to have something to do, you know? And so I fell back. Did I phase the coffee with? Yeah. If I'm touching
You're
it,
holding the coffee, it phases with you. Yeah.
So I then quickly tap out. I haven't put the pin back on it yet. I quickly phase back corporeal as I'm on the ground. And I imagine that made somewhat of a scene because I yelled as I fell back. I stand up and I still have it. It'll wake you up.
Shut up and sit down.
It'll and how are you doing? How's yours? Good?
I'm gonna grab his sleeve and pull him back down into the chair.
Okay.
You pull him back down, and luckily, you know, most people at Starbucks are self-absorbed enough to not have noticed.
Not everything is about you and what you're doing.
I'm sorry, I turned into a ghost. I think maybe, certain instances it's not completely all about me. Like if we're handing out awards or something like that, I can give it to one of the other nominees. But right now, if I'm turning into a ghost, I think it is a little bit about me because I just turned into a ghost.
And that's great, but nobody cared.
And you look around, and indeed, nobody seems to care.
You're in Vegas. Everybody is thinking about themselves.
Oh, please. I'm from Los Angeles. You think I don't know that? Look. I can turn into a ghost.
Yeah.
I can
turn into a ghost.
Okay. Oh, shit. Am I dead?
I don't know. Are you?
Destiny, I think I'm sort of disassociating right now, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't know. And that's fine. Coping mechanism. That's fine. Let's put that in a compartment. Let's fixate on something else. Your mission. Let's see your mission.
Great. I love that.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We got to get back.
Yeah.
At Daryl Ivy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a ghost, so I can do it.
How do we do that? Yeah. Great. You've got ghost powers. That's something.
I'll drag him.
A little thing in our arsenal that we can draw on.
Maybe I can call more ghosts. And maybe we can haunt him.
These are great ideas. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're the one with the book. What else can I do? You don't. How can you not know? How can you not know? But you had the book.
Well, it's not a common knowledge thing.
No, I know it's not a common knowledge thing. That's why it's in a book that only you had.
No, you don't understand. That's
you folded the tips.
If I had more information, you don't think I would have given you a better book?
Okay, so we're both.
That's it. That's all we have.
That's all we have.
That's our reference.
Is that there's
material.
more? At some point, there was more.
Okay, but you're a ghost, though. You're a ghost.
Well, that's a start.
We know about ghosts.
Yeah.
What do we know about ghosts?
What do we know about ghosts? Sometimes friendly, sometimes not. Poltergeist, scary. That one took a kid. Not good.
Casper, friendly.
That one was good. Helped a kid. Christina Ricci.
Good movie.
Friends with Wendy, a witch.
Yes. Love that one.
So maybe maybe that's
Okay,
sort of yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
going to start writing a list. So
Okay.
I'm going to flip over the receipt that's
Yeah.
still a bit wet and try
Wow,
to
we are
start writing
playing
a
this really realistically.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna make a list. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
walk through walls.
walk the
Check.
wall.
Okay,
Check.
walk through walls. Invisibility. Okay. Maybe if you're gonna summon more ghosts, we should go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Let's go to your shop. It seems quite empty.
I mean, I'm closed for the day.
Oh, well, okay, well that explains it.
You thought I was just people come to my shop.
For what?
My store is semi-consistently housed.
Yes.
Customers.
Yes. People always come to Vegas
I get paid sometimes.
Well, here's the thing. You paid for my coffee, so I'm not arguing with you, Destiny. Let's go back to your shop.
Great.
And so, yeah, we head back to the shop.
I do not finish my frappuccino.
Yeah, you leave the frappuccino right there on the table for the next unlucky customer, and the two of you head back. It is a quick walk, but along the way, while you're walking, Vian, as you walk, you start to notice somebody's walking next to you, and you sort of turn your head and you see your sheriff, and he sort of, as you're walking, he's just like, I just want you to nod because she can't see or hear me. You understand?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I can see you.
So far, you're doing a terrible job. So, I just want to give you a quick.
What was that? Yes, you can see me?
What? No, I'm not. I was talking about a film.
All right. So then after we try that, I think that we should try, and I'm just going to keep babbling to myself.
That sounds good. Yeah. Okay. And what?
Just wanted to give you a couple of quick tips to get started here. All you can do is phase through walls. That's your power for now.
Okay.
Don't talk, just nod. So what I'm going to need you to do is use, your mind, your detective skills, or the ones you're going to have after you, figure them out. Why don't you run an investigation? Find the bad guy, watch him, listen to him, see where he goes, who he talks to, find out what's important to him, what he fears. You get it?
That sounds great.
Just nod.
That sounds great, Destiny. What a wonderful I
feel like stacking chairs on tables is like just one of the scariest things that ghosts can do.
And I give sort of like a thumbs up to I turn around and I give like a thumbs up to the sheriff.
He's gone.
Of course. Yeah. Hey, Destiny, I just had this idea off the top of my dome. What if we sort of tailed Daryl a little bit? Get a little bit of intel.
I mean, we could. How good at fighting are you?
At fighting?
Yeah, you I don't know, box or something?
Verbally?
Okay,
unmatched.
I don't know.
No, but I did. I ran cross country.
It's fine.
I ran cross country and I did track.
That's not fighting.
But I did discus. No, but I did discus. No, it was also one of the hard ones.
No.
You know what? It was shot put. No, you're right. It was shot put.
Him,
still tough.
But if we get caught, it's gonna be bad.
Okay. So we do it good. We do it detective style. Okay. Come on, Smokey and the Bandit here. Let's do it.
Sure you don't want to try and summon any ghosts?
I have it on good authority that I can't do that.
Wasn't it your idea?
You know, yeah, but hey, people grow and change, don't they, Destiny? Isn't the whole point of life, right?
Look, I wasn't getting anywhere without you, so I'm gonna take your lead. Can I do a quick little little read of the future?
Sure. What is it you're trying to see?
I'm trying to see. What am I trying to see? I'm trying to see if we go to the Ivy Gang's casino. You know, what'll happen if we try and tail him?
Yeah, okay. Give me a
Just in general.
precognition roll.
Yeah. Oh, it's an 11.
Ooh, okay. That is a massive success.
I
So
like that.
yeah, you actually get
Mhm.
I'm gonna say you get like a couple of quick visions. There's few of them actually come massive success. So the first thing you see is you see quiet Daryl Ivy in a posh looking hotel suite with pale blue walls. And he is talking to an unidentified man who, if I had to cast, I would say is Mark Strong.
Ooh.
And that unidentified man says, Daryl, you have something for me? And that vision ends. And then you see your friend, Dr. Eliana Gallo, who I'll say is played by young Monica Baccarin. Baccarin, sorry.
Ooh, also.
And you see her at Grand River General Hospital, where she works. Now you know you have had her watching over your brother. But in this vision, she is in his room and she is struggling with a very scary looking guy who is holding a syringe. And then you get another vision. It's quiet Daryl Ivy again. And he is sitting at the Aurora Casino Sportsbook talking with, just looks like one of those underlings who's kind of standing outside your shop. And he's saying, he kind of rubs his head, and Daryl says, Oof, Felix has put me in quite a spot. Can't miss another payment to Thacker. And then you come back.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing very slowly.
Yeah, if you need any of that again, just let me know.
Okay. And it was Thacker?
Thacker, Thacker is what you think you heard.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What does it look like when you flash forward, Dale?
Honestly, I have thought about it a lot, and the answer is that it doesn't look like anything.
Okay, great.
It looks like, I don't know, like she's just kind of spaced out a little bit. Like
Okay.
she's like you've got to stare up in the corner of the room. Like that's it. Nothing fancy.
Okay. So then I guess when you're like, you kind of come back to, I'm just like still talking to myself and just like, and then I could put the chairs on the table and stack them up, and then maybe that will be something.
Okay. Okay. I don't immediately see us dying if we try to tail Quiet Ivy. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Great. Quick question. Were you doing a psychic thing while I was talking?
You were talking?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. What do we do?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I had some visions. We'll find out how helpful they are.
Great. Thank you for sharing with the class.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to describe like, oh, the wallpaper was blue? Like, is that helpful to you?
No, if it's going to be like that, it would be much more helpful if you don't do it. Let's...
Look, here's what I know. He's not working for himself. He's paying someone. I don't know. He's a tall guy, dark hair. They called him Thacker. I know that they're going to be at the Aurora betting on sports. I know that at some point we're going to have to go to Grand River General. A friend of mine there is going to be in trouble. Do I know, Rick, what order these events would happen in?
Let's see. Massive success. You had a clear and detailed vision, although not necessarily all the information about the event. So I'm going to say no, you don't. You see them all very clearly. What I saw you know what I described to you, but
Okay. I'm a little worried about my friend. I would like to play a trouble against myself.
Yeah.
I'd like to invoke my quality out for bloody vengeance to make the choice to head out to find Ivy rather than go and warn my friend.
Ooh. Wow.
I feel like I'm making bad decisions.
No, that is a great trouble. So yeah, you have one determination now. Wow. So you are now headed to the Aurora Casino?
I think so.
All right. So as the two of you head off to the Aurora Casino, let's take a 10-minute break. So when we last left our heroes, they had just gone for coffee at Starbucks, and then Vian Sheriff appeared to him and gave him some pointers on achieving justice or how to go about it. And then Destiny read the future and saw some visions of what's going on with Quiet Darrell Ivy and some other things in the town. And after that, the two of you headed out to the Aurora Casino. And I'll say, you hopped a bus or something like that. And while you're on the bus ride over to the Aurora Casino, it's like one of those casino junkets full of old people kind of thing. And Vian, you just kind of you're staring out the window off into space. You got a lot on your mind. You died today. You came back as a ghost. You were appointed the spirit of justice. You found out you had to avenge the crime committed against some woman who you hadn't met yet. What's on your mind, man?
Because we're sliding into, well, I mean, a lot to answer your question, short, Rick. But in terms of Vian having a dream, it happens. I don't know if ghosts can dream, but apparently this occurs. Something kind of percolates and comes together. I would, just on a meta level, like to let everybody know that Rick gave me permission to get weird with this one. So I did.
When Omar says, "Can I get weird?" you cannot say no.
I also would like to say there was a lot of pressure following up Sam and Caitlin's, which made me cry both times. So, so I'm just going a little bit left field, and I will read out what I have written. Vian Vigor dreams. He has the kind of dream that he thinks is possibly a recurring dream. Maybe it is. Maybe he's always dreamt it. Or maybe it's new, and he's dreaming it for the first time. Regardless, this much is true. It's familiar. Whether it's once or infinite, this is the dream. A lawyer stands before, well, Vian's not sure. He's never sure, or maybe he's not sure for the first time. Regardless, he knows this. A defense is being made. I present to the jury, the lawyer announces. Exhibit A, April 17th, 2018. Morgan Fletcher is outside on a cold day. San Francisco cold, wet and foggy. They set up a tent on a street corner and are applying duct tape to a few tears to try to keep out the wind. Vian steps out of a building, an apartment that just told a tenant he can't live there anymore. Vian is angry. He thinks only about what he can't do next. He feels trapped. It aggravates him. Morgan sees this. A man who, from the outside, is not about to lose everything, but on the inside feels nothing but defeat. And it's a cold day, San Francisco cold. Morgan offers their coat. It's a small gesture, but one that snaps Vian out of his spiral. Vian says, no, he's all right, but thanks Morgan Fletcher all the same, and then goes on his way after fishing out whatever cash he had in his pocket. He forgets about this incident, this act of kindness, but it pulled him from a path of self-destruction. He'll never know that. The lawyer pauses and then continues. Exhibit B, October 31st, 2007. It's Halloween. Abdullah Muhammad is going to the college town store to pick up supplies for a party. He's moving through a crowd. At the same time, Vian, drunk on beer and late-stage adolescence, is jokingly teetering over the edge of the college town cliff, the waves of the California coast crashing below. His friends are laughing, but it's anything but funny. Vian is dressed as a ghost, the irony of which I'm sure is not lost on the jury. It's cloth with crudely cut eye holes. He can barely see. The length of the costume is too long. He trips over the white fabric. Abdullah, without hesitation, grabs Vian and pulls him back over the cliff and keeps on going. There's no exchange between the two. Abdullah has a party to get to, but he saved Vian's life. But Vian was too drunk to realize what had just happened, and more importantly, what had just not happened. Another pause as the jury settles. Exhibit C, Laura Washington. During a hot, depressive summer, she decides to go to a library. She finds a book, one that was made into a film. She reads it. While it's hardly regarded as a classic of the English canon, it touches her in an odd way, makes her laugh, makes her feel concerned, keeps her company. The book is an act of kindness. She takes the time to write a letter by hand and sends it to the author. Vian receives the letter during one of the hardest years of his life. This letter also saves his life, although if pressed, he probably couldn't recall a single word from the carefully curated note. Now, I could go on, and I know you don't want me to. Exhibit D, November 9th, 1997, Holt, Leicester. Exhibit E, August 13th, 1996, Ducky, Queensland. March 4th, 2020, Destiny, Bendixson. Oh, and let's not forget Exhibit F, March 29th, 1990, when Regan Pelter stopped a young Vian Vigor from wandering into traffic while his mother was distracted. Regan was, of course, on a path to damnation, as we all know here. We decided that. But that single act saved their soul. And not just theirs, Vian's. Of course, Vian would never know this. The lawyer stops to drink water. At least in the dream, Vian thinks it's water. Really, it's the thought of water, the concept. A glass of vitality, of nourishment, of life. The lawyer prepares their closing statements. I've been referred to as naive. And heck, perhaps I am. In the past, I've argued whether people are good or bad. But I'm not here to discuss that. I'm not here to protect Vian Vigor because I think him to be a good man. I don't know what a good man is. None of us do. Neither would he if he were one, which ultimately is probably not. Vian Vigor is not a good man. But he is the product of good experiences, of tiny moments, of kindness, however invisible and forgettable they may be. It's not our purpose to understand goodness. That's for the living. It's their responsibility to make meaning of all that. It's our responsibility to put them in a position to do so. So, to argue against the persecution, I say this. Vian Vigor is not a good man. But he can do good. Because he comes from a world of good. And that's what I am protecting. I say let him live. Let him make meaning of all this. And with that, the lawyer closes their case, and Vian wakes up, as he always does, or as he's done only once. Regardless of that, this much is true. He wakes, and he goes on to make meaning of the dream.
Dude.
It's Caitlin's fault for putting the bar so high.
Sucks to be B.
B's gonna wreck us. I know who else is gonna wreck us. I know who else is gonna wreck us.
And
Who else? Going to a
As
zoo would wreck us.
you are making sense of your dream, the acquittal in your dreams, you notice sitting next to you in the seat on the bus, say you're on a bench, on one side of you is Destiny, and on the other side now is the sheriff. And he kind of, so, what exactly are you planning to do?
Can I talk?
He looks over at Destiny, and she's kind of staring out the window, kind of just watching. Yeah. Yeah. Talk softly.
Well, I can't fight. I can walk through walls, I guess. It's funny. I guess I'm a ghost, but I think I'm gonna have to just keep doing what I have done my entire life.
What's that?
Sheriff, I think I'm gonna try to talk my way out of this.
All right. I like the sound of that. And the bus sort of pulls off, over to the bus stop, and bell dings. The sheriff gets off, and he gets off at that stop. And the bus then, pulls back into traffic and continues on till it pulls into the driveway of the world famous Aurora Hotel and Casino. And the Aurora, it's right there on the strip with like Caesars and the Mirage, and all those big names. You pull in, and bus stops, and all the old people get up and start to file off. And then we'll say, bus driver, last stop, everybody. And you get off, and you find yourself standing outside of the lobby of the Aurora.
I thank the bus driver as we get out.
You're welcome, son. We'll say he's very old.
I didn't thank him. My mind was elsewhere.
It's like, you can go to hell, lady. No.
For clarity, I, Dale, would thank the bus driver. I don't think Destiny.
You are in character.
I'm in character.
Understand.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
true. Absolutely not true. Okay, so what's the plan, Destiny?
I don't know what the plan is. This was your plan.
Right.
Okay. So, can I ask, does the world famous Aurora Casino Hotel, have I ever been in the hotel?
Sure. In fact, why don't we say this is a place where you go to do your own gambling every once in a while when you want to trade on your psychic gifts.
Yeah. Just when money gets tight. I don't do it all the time. I'm not like a cheat.
In fact, let's go further and say that you did your gambling here, and that's how your brother started gambling here, and that's how your brother got mixed up with Quiet Daryl Ivy.
One could say it's all my fault. Okay, so do I know whether the rooms in the hotel portion of this casino hotel happen to have blue wallpaper?
Why don't you make an intellect roll?
Oh, it's rough. That's real rough. It's a 6 total.
A 6. Let's say you have never been in any of the rooms before since you're a local. You come in and out of the casino.
Okay. Well, they're usually around here. I don't know whether he's. I had a vision of him in a hotel room. It could be here. I don't know if it is. Or we could try to get their attention. Win a few too many hands.
Okay. Can I real quick question before we kind of hop into this?
This is a really long, quick question.
When you and it'll go faster if I don't get feedback throughout it.
Okay,
When
will it though?
you
Because you're making like
tacking
side
on
comments.
time, tacking on time. When you look forward in the future, is it certain?
For simplicity's sake, no.
Great.
But also kind of yeah. But no. But yeah. But no.
I
Look,
start to walk to the
the
desk
future is complicated.
and I turn around. Okay, I usually kind of do stuff solo, so this is going to be an interesting thing because what I was going to do is I was going to walk over to the desk and I was going to say I am one of Thacker's men, and I was just going to throw myself right into the thick of it and try to sort of work my way out. I can be not killed, but some
Are you
bad.
asking me to tell you how that's gonna go?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna take a little check to see how that's gonna go.
Yeah, make a precog roll.
Changing my dice. Oh, that's a 10.
Okay, that's a massive success. And okay, so Vian, you're saying you're going to go to the hotel desk. You're going to tell them you are one of Thacker's men. What is your end goal here?
What I was saying was something similar to that. And although I was going for a different point before I was psychically pushed out of the way, I was going to just, Rick, great question. When pushed to it, there really wasn't more than that.
Okay, then what
So there
you
was no
see,
goal?
Yeah, Destiny, you see the hotel concierge or whatever say, "Oh, you're with Daryl, huh? Come with me." And he leads you straight through the casino. You go past all the tables and through the rows of slot machines over to the sports book. And there, sitting in the sports book, exactly like he said, holding court, is that quiet Daryl Ivy and a whole bunch of guys sitting in like a private booth, drinks. They're all watching the odds on the boards and kind of talking quietly amongst themselves. And the concierge just leads you straight over to the table and and says, Mr. Ivy, and he points at you. And then your vision ends.
Okay. So
That's what I was saying, because
good news and bad
saw
news.
you do the thing.
Okay,
I saw you.
I did the thing. All right. So do you want to finish your sentence? Or do you want to know what I saw?
I will finish my sentence after you say it. Your sentence.
Okay. I just feel like it won't be relevant anymore.
Well, my thing is
finish it
more
off.
like thematic. So why don't you tell me?
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
Well,
I will.
the best and worst casting decisions I have ever made. Okay, go.
Okay, so good news and bad news.
Great.
Your plan is stupid. And here's why. Because they're going to lead you directly to him,
Great.
and they expect for you to be one of his men. And he knows that you're not. So that isn't going to go great.
Okay.
Here's the good news.
Oh.
I know where he is because of your stupid plan. So we could just go there without the lie.
Okay. Well, very good to know, Destiny. And I'm so glad I'm going last. What I was going to say was I'm not used to this working with people thing, and I was circling back to check the plan by you as a sign of respect.
Okay, well, I don't really feel the respect, so.
You psychicked out to find out if my plan would work, and then
you were gonna ask.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. I guess.
Look,
Okay.
We have a comfortable lack of respect right now. I say we don't mess with it.
Okay. Equilibrium.
Great.
Equilibrium.
And Destiny's gonna start heading through the casino towards the sports bet section.
Okay, but see, what you want to do now is you want to talk, but you talk back to me and you tell me your plan.
I stop. I turn around. Okay, we're gonna go to him. We'll go to him, and then we can just tail him from there. We don't have to. There's no lying. There's no
we just
lying.
tail. We're
We're
following.
just the original plan.
Great.
Great.
Good. All
I'm
right.
glad.
Great. Good. Okay. Yeah. Well, yes. All right. We head over and in the vicinity of where Daryl is, but without getting noticed by him.
Yeah, so you walk into the hotel, and you follow exactly the path that you saw in your vision, and there in the sports book, just like you saw in your vision, there is Daryl sitting at a table, kind of mumbling quietly with a bunch of his guys.
How many guys would you say he's mumbling with?
I'd say there are 4 other guys at his table.
4. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Okay. All right. 4 plus Daryl.
I haven't been taught how to fight yet. So I kind of nod to like an empty table and we sit down.
What kind of table is it?
Just like a small one right by a pillar. And I'm going to, as we go to sit down, I quickly turn us around. So I'm the one sitting like in facing distance of Daryl.
Okay. Tell you what,
I
both of you make
complain, but I let you
coordination
do it.
rolls.
Pardon, coordination? Oh, dear.
Coordination, stealth rolls, essentially, in this case.
All right. Okay.
I've got a 3, so let's see how it goes. All right. Okay. Wonderful. Great.
I got an 8.
Better. Good
Yeah.
for you. That's great. I have a 4.
How? What?
Had it. Well,
You have a 4?
yeah.
What?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you sit down, and Destiny, you've got your back to Daryl. He does not really notice you. As you sit down, Vian, you sit down and you're kind of looking right at him, and he kind of like looks over and kind of locks eyes with you, and you can see him kind of like squint in your direction and then like lean back in his chair and sort of stroke his chin.
And then I said, to him, if you wanted to go through me for that insurance policy, you should have talked to somebody else.
And he gets up
What is
and
that
he kind
accent?
of buttons his jacket and sort of takes one of his guys and he walks down, and then they open the velvet rope from the VIP section, and he walks out and goes over to your table.
No.
And he comes over and he says, "Didn't I see you before at..." And he looks and he sees you now, Destiny. He's like, "Oh, you come up with those winners for me?"
No, not yet. Like I said, shop's closed today. I'm entertaining a friend.
Well,
Thought
it's
I'd
nice
show
to have you here.
Best casino in town.
Damn right it is. Hang on a second. And he kind of leans over and whispers something into the ear of his guy. And his guy kind of nods at him. And then you see him just sort of walk away and disappear off into the casino.
Where'd he go?
Who are you asking? Me or Daryl?
I'm asking Daryl.
I just sent him
Terrible.
to get some chips.
Daryl, you're in a lot of trouble.
I'm in a lot of trouble?
Yes, Daryl.
How
Now-
so? And he takes a chair and kind of turns it around and sits down, like straddling the back of it, and gets real close to you. How am I in a lot of trouble?
No. You don't want to do it like that. You don't want to do it like that, because I'm not joking around, and I'm not talking about casino business. Now, this might bruise your ego a little bit, and I want to make it clear that I'm using that accent because that was the jokey accent I used with him in the beginning. Thank God. And we want Thacker.
Make a willpower roll.
Oh God, please, Sheriff, watch over me for this. Willpower, you said?
You have One community point of determination on the table, by the way. Don't forget.
Is it okay, Dale, if I use it?
Oh, I thought you were asking whether it's like expired. Yeah, use it. Use it. I don't want to die here. Please.
I'm educated in the school of pop culture.
That's right.
And I've seen casino films. So that's going to take my 4 plus 2. So that's going to become a 6 plus my roll, which is 2. So that's going to become an 8.
Okay. What do you say?
We want to bring Thacker in. And
bring Thacker in where? You a cop?
Am I a cop? Am I a cop?
Yeah, well, you're wearing that sheriff star there, although kind of looks like a toy.
I have another star when I'm not wearing my plain clothes outfit. And there's 3 letters attached to it. The first one's an F. I'm sure you can fill in the rest. Now, I don't mean to bruise your ego here, Daryl, but you're a small fish in terms of what we're looking for. A lot of the stuff you're doing is not good, but if you can get us to Thacker, I think we might be able to overlook maybe some of this indiscretions that are happening. But perhaps I've said too much, and that's fine because I and I kind of glance around at the people just like milling around. I look at 1 or 2 other tables, and I kind of give like a knowing like nod to no one in particular. And before he can like check out who I'm looking at, I look away. I want to ask you one very important question.
Yes.
What do you need? What do you need?
What do I need? Make a willpower roll.
Oh my god, and I burned it already. Okay, here we go, Sheriff. Watch over me. Why? 5? Why?
Well, I need some winners. See, and he turns to you, Destiny, and says, "See that brother of yours? He was feeding me some of those tips you were giving him, and all of a sudden, for some reason, some of those tips started losing. But they're not supposed to lose, of course. They never lost before. And I wound up a little behind the 8 ball. So maybe you give me a couple of tips so I can square my accounts with, and he looks over you, with Thacker. And, well, maybe everyone's going to be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Your brother in that hospital there, he'll be okay."
I laugh. All right, we're done here. Come on, Destiny, let's go. And I get up.
And as you get up, he kind of grabs your sleeve and like pulls you back down into the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try and resist, or do you go with it? Let him do it.
I go with it.
Okay. You know, Destiny, I just sent one of my buddies here over to that there hospital. Anything could happen when I'm not around, you know, bad things. But if you were to give me the tips I needed to square my accounts, I could just call him back right now. And he pulls his cell phone out of his pocket.
Call him back and I'll tell you.
Tell me and I'll call him back. Make a willpower roll. You have one of your own points of determination.
I sure do. Do you have to spend it before you roll?
No.
Okay.
We have never been.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay.
We're chill here at Power Play.
Okay. It's not bad. It's a 9.
Oh,
I'm gonna stick with the 9.
Good. Oh, so you're not applying it? You got a 9.
Because it's on a scale of 1 to 10, right? I just drew on my hand.
Well, you got a 9. You're rolling against his willpower
Right.
plus what I
Right,
get
right,
on the
right.
D6. But he kind of waves the phone and he goes, I'll tell you what, I'll call him back, and then you give me those tips. And then I'm going to place those bets, and you're going to wait here with me to see if they win.
Okay, fine.
And he kind of hits a button on the phone. Hey, Danny, come on back. That easy.
The ogres are gonna lose. By a lot. Like a lot.
And he motions to his table, and and one of the guys kind of quickly gets up and walks back, and Daryl like whispers in his ear, and the guy runs off. He's gonna place a bet. That game's gonna get started, and I don't know, football game, 3.5 hours or so. So why don't we all just get nice and comfortable here? I don't know why I'm making him Southern all of a sudden. Why don't we all just get nice and comfortable here? And you two want some drinks? On the house.
I'm gonna do a little peeky into the future. And I'm keeping an eye out for any opportunity to run.
Okay, make a precognition roll.
Ooh, it's a good one. It's an 11.
Okay. On an 11, you see the first thing you see is a parking garage. And Daryl Ivy has got a gun and he's shooting at someone that you don't recognize.
Okay, well, at least it's not us.
The next vision you see is Vian sitting at the table with you and Daryl, and he gets up and flips the table.
Love
and,
it.
and Daryl kind of falls back in his chair. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't say anything.
Yeah. Okay. And because you don't, have any conspicuous signs of getting visions, nobody notices anything.
Mm-hmm.
You want that drink?
How's your coffee?
Best in the city.
Thank God. Yeah, I'll take some of that.
Emotions for a waiter, and coffee for the gentleman, and Destiny. Anything you want.
With water, thank you.
Water for the lady. Made him Southern again. Damn it. Okay, get stuck in it. Water for the lady. And waiter, yes, sir. And goes off into the casino. So, appears that we got some time. Destiny, I'm just fascinated by this gift of yours. How did you get this talent?
My grandma called it the second sight. Said her sister had it. Her grandma before her.
Huh. Born to it, huh?
Could say it's destiny.
And what's your name, sir?
Agent will do for now.
I know you're not a cop.
And you'd be correct in that.
Well, okay, Agent. What's your role in all this?
Let's just say I'm trying to bring justice to the city of sin.
Well, I wish you luck there in that quest.
I appreciate that good wish, but I'd like to remind you really quick, Daryl. Justice is not peace. That's what comes after. And there is a war coming of some sort. I don't mean in some big sort of religious way, I suppose, but right here, you sitting at your throne, let me ask you, Daryl, is it worth it being dragged down? Because justice is not swift and it's not clean. Sometimes it can be kind, but I would emphasize that word sometimes.
Make a willpower roll.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I hate this. Please be good. Please. Let me be brave. Okay. Oh, God. Unfortunately, I maxed out. 10.
10. Okay.
It was a good speech.
Are you also a psychic?
No. And I'll tell you what else. I'm not a betting man.
War, huh? You a soldier in this war?
No. There's no soldiers in this war. It's not like that. I think there's only casualties. There's the people who make it and the people who don't. You always talk about that, right? You always talk about, and I'm pulling from like Quiet on the Western Front. Like I'm just yanking from every World War I and World War II film I possibly can. I don't know if 1917 has come out yet, but like soldiers are the ones that are sent out and get paid, but everyone fights. And in a way, everyone loses.
Well, you want to know what it was worth it? It's been worth it. I don't lose, Vian. Or I didn't used to lose. And he kind of shoots a dirty look over at Destiny. And I may be a small fish, but I'm a very dangerous fish. Think of me as a piranha. You know why they call me Quiet Daryl?
Why is that, Daryl? Because I'm not getting a good sense of it right now, if I'm being honest.
Well, that's just it. It's because, well, everything I do, I just do very quietly, and I always get away with it.
You think you've gotten away with it? Then why the hell am I sitting here looking at your ugly face?
And Vian, I'm going to give you a point of determination, because you have the quality. Sometimes I get angry.
Yeah.
And that ugly face thing, you stand up and just flip the table on Daryl Ivy, and he falls back in his chair.
I grab Vian and we have to run. We run.
All right. Both of you make a coordination roll.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, 8.
8.
Yeah, mine's a big 5.
Ooh. Okay. Hang on. Let me where's my sheet for Daryl Ivy's henchman? Okay. You both get up and just run for it. And you know how Vegas casinos are. It's like, there are little steps all over the place sometimes. And, and it's like this sports book is sort of like recessed into the floor. So like, Vian, you sort of just bound over the two little steps, and Destiny, you just kind of catch a foot and just go trip and fall. Meanwhile, two of Daryl Ivy's henchmen just jump up from that table and start heading over towards you. You've got, 15, 20 seconds before they arrive.
Wait, this is a thing I can do, right? You told me this is a thing I can do. I'm going to try to use my precognition to make maneuvers. Is that a thing? Make a maneuver?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So a maneuver is you use your precognition to establish like a pre-existing advantage for the both of you. So if it's successful, you establish like, sort of like a situational quality. And then the one we talked about, like we sort of, I think what we talked about was the movie Minority Report. where the psychic kind of guides Tom Cruise through a train station by kind of knowing who's going to do what and what's going to happen. And the way to simulate that, if you want to try that, if that's the move you're reaching for,
Please.
is you are trying to establish the quality of psychic foresight. And so you are going to make a roll and maneuvers. Okay. I want you to roll on your power.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. Can I ask a question?
You just did.
I will ask
sorry, I'm just
another.
kidding. Yeah.
So, since we're in a casino, and I have a specialty of gambling, could I possibly apply that in the sense that I'm looking for different like jackpots going off and things like that that could distract, that I could add that to my role perhaps?
I mean, that would be part of what you're going to see with your foresight. If you want to add something to your role, you do have 1 point of your own determination because before you played a trouble against yourself.
I do.
So if you want, I trust no one seems to apply to this situation. It's as you are fleeing from Daryl Ivey, addicted to risk. Also,
these ones, these are the old ones.
These were the old ones.
I would probably say professional fake is.
Oh, professional fake. Right. Okay, sorry. I did not update all these on my little sheet here.
Sorry.
I'm usually better than this. I apologize.
That's my fault for adding them to the digital sheet really late. I realized last night that I never changed them. Because I rolled a 1. So I would love to spend my point of determination.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what. You can also spend it in a different way. You can spend your point of determination to re-roll, make a determined effort to try again.
You can only win.
Great. I'm going to do that then.
Go for it.
And I'm going to trust fate. Trust destiny, if you will. Okay. Well, it's a 2. It's not much better, but it does come to a total of 8.
A total of 8. Okay. At a total of 8, that is a moderate success. So you are going to get the foresight that you are looking for, and allows you to activate it 1 time for free. So without a point of determination to spend, which is great because right now Vian's got a point of determination. You've got nothing and you use the community point. But now you have 1 free activate of this quality. So let's say the 2 of you get up and you run into the casino. And now Daryl Ivey's men are on your tail. So the way this would work is, like you say, I want to try and hide. And I'll say, okay, make a stealth roll. And now you can automatically invoke that foresight to add +2 to that hiding roll or something like that. Or you could be like, I want to run for it. And you can automatically invoke the foresight to add +2 to that, running for it roll.
Yes.
So let's say, the 2 of you get to your feet. They are right upon you. You head into the casino, which is a bit like a labyrinth, and you head down, the rows between a couple of these slot machines. What do you want to do?
Oh no. I think I want to run, but I'm going to be worse at running.
Well, your coordination is 4.
Yeah.
Your prowess is 3, so you're a better runner than you are a fighter.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, what?
Well, you like toppled over the stairs a bit, right?
Yeah.
You had a little fall.
Flat on my face.
Right. I instantly would notice that because I cleared the little non-ADA regulated step. Is that right, Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Stairs, so bad. And so what I'm gonna do is I would spin right back around and I would run to grab Destiny's hand to like help pull you up.
Okay.
And
great.
I am not thinking per se. And when I grab your hand, I'm like, oh, but also like I'm running back in the direction of the people running at us. I phase. Where's my thing? I phase. But while I'm holding Destiny's hand. And Vian right now is just like, I'm going to phase. So it's going to be like a Casper Wendy situation where it's like little ghost Casper and Human Wendy are doing the the GIF. But when I grab Destiny's hand and then phase, it phases Destiny.
Yeah. Make a coordination roll. Let's see if you
Okay.
can get her arm before the henchmen get there.
4?
Total 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a point of. I mean, this is. I know that I should save it. I can get angry again. I'm gonna use a point of. I'm gonna use my point of determination to get it up to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. At 6, you have a moderate success. No, a major success. So
Love to hear it.
yeah,
I love.
you grab Destiny and you phase her. And just as those 2 henchmen get there, and Daryl Ivy's getting to his feet, and the henchmen kind of grab at you, and it's just like their hands kind of just fly right through you, and they're like really freaked out for a second. What do?
Not. I mean, odd, but not thinking yet. I'm rushing towards. Because there was a. You said there was like a curtain rope.
For the
and stuff?
record, I screamed and then shouted, "This is really weird!" But that's me.
So everybody's watching now. Yeah, the whole place turned when Destiny screamed. And it's a casino. It's pretty loud, but you are in like a sports book where people are kind of like hanging out and just watching screens.
This is
and
the
stuff.
chill zone.
Yeah, some people turned and looked. Some people, just went back to their business. But there are people watching now. But yes, Daryl Ivy was behind like a velvet rope in like a VIP section.
I would like to run towards. Is there a curtained area? Is there a curtain? Because my thought right now, if I'm being strategic in the instant, is how do we get out of visibility?
Okay,
I either want to
make an
run through a
intellect roll.
wall. Okay, great. Let me do that. What used to be my intellect when I was just a young man?
Your intellect is 5.
I love it. I love it. Hi, I'm Vian Vigor. 11.
Oh yeah, okay. An 11 is a major success, and you can see. I mean, first of all, there are the walls of the sports book. If you want to just run through a wall and take a chance on what's on the other side, you can see that there are a couple of sets of doors from which those waiters kind of go in and out. With the drinks and serving trays and stuff like that. There is like a booth where people go and line up to place their bets or to get chips. Like a casino, and there is hallways leading to what looks like bathrooms and exits.
I honestly try to run through the door that is where the wait staff is coming out of.
Sure. Make a coordination roll, both of you.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? You don't have to make the coordination roll because you're both phased, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
great.
Yeah, right. You're not in danger of being
Coordination
caught.
has not been kind to me.
Yeah, no, your coordination's pretty good though. 4 is not terrible, but
I know,
it's the die. Yeah, they're cursed, and you should get a new one. But yeah, so the 2 of you start running away. You hear Daryl shouting to his guys. It's like, "Get her back here!" It's like, "We got to find out if she lied." And he starts like screaming over towards the sports book. He's like, "Don't place that bet." And the 2 of you just right in through one of those doors, and you find yourself in like one of these super busy hotel kitchens.
Great.
Ooh.
I instantly let go of your hand, by the way, because Vian does not. I did not get your permission beforehand. That was a rush. That was an emergency. So I instantly am just like, I'm sorry about that. I did not know. I did not know.
Pat down my corporeal form.
Wait, you let go of her?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you solidify.
Could I? Is this a waste of it? Part of me wants to activate the free activation on my foresight.
What do you want to see? Or what do you want to do with it?
I kind of want to see some kind of a commotion in the kitchen, maybe stuff getting knocked over and whatever, blocking the way that people usually would come in. Because we came in through the wall, right?
You came in through the door, right, Vian?
We came in through the door. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I would love to know that if we run now, that someone's gonna, like, I don't know, spill soup or something behind us, and there's gonna just be a bunch of stuff in the way. So if we dash out now and get the hell out of the kitchen, that anyone following us is gonna.
Okay, so you're trying to basically escape, and you want to use your, your foresight to find something that's going to aid in that escape.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
So
I don't know. I know that we have to go around the long way because it'll actually be faster or something. I don't know.
all right. Both of you give me coordination rolls, and you can put +2 on yours. You know what? We'll say, why don't just Destiny make the coordination roll? You can put +2 on yours, and this is about finding the path that the two of you will use to escape.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, that is a massive success. So, what you see is that the kitchen is sort of set up in like, little rows with tables. Chefs are all sort of working at, these like benches and stuff like that. And coming down from one of them, there is a guy wheeling a big tray that's got like drinks and like a big like steaming bowl of like pasta on it. And he is coming down towards a different door than the one you came in. And what you see in your foresight is that if you and Vian run through that row, Daryl Ivy's guys are going to come in right on your tail and chase right after you. And that guy is going to, not being able to kind of see entirely past his cart and not being able to stop it in time, is going to hit the two of them with the cart.
All right. I got it. Come on.
You follow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the two of you chase off down this row, and just at that second, two of Daryl Ivy's guys come right in, and they are like right on your tail, and you go like running down the row, and then just like as you are getting towards this other separate exit, you see right behind you this guy with the cart, just like you saw, comes wheeling down, and he sees, he's like, "Hey, watch out!" And it just like hits into two of Daryl Ivy's guys, and it smashes into them. It's like it's a big, heavy cart, and the two of them get kind of like knocked into each other and fall down, and the two of you just go right out the exit, right back into the casino.
I just keep running, I guess.
So
Okay.
we're back in the casino?
Back in the casino.
I would like to have grabbed a ladle while we were running out, if that's all right. Coordination.
Yeah, it should be like a retcon, but since it's so close on you, since I narrated you going out the door, make a coordination roll to see if you can pick it up.
5.
Well, I only got a 2, so
Hey!
I'm gonna say picking up a ladle, is a difficulty of 1, so it's a marginal success. So you are able to grab that ladle. It's
great. So I probably skidded to a stop really quickly to get it, and Destiny was like, "What are you doing?" Okay, great.
And you come back into the casino. You've got a ladle in your hand.
Oh, you got a ladle?
What are you gonna do with the ladle?
Oh, that's good. That's better than a flaming sword.
Okay, I am coming up with a plan, and I glance in at my shoes to see if they got scuffed by any of the spilled soup really quickly.
Hello? Running for our lives?
No, you didn't really get near it. You were kind of ahead of that whole thing.
Thank God. Okay, I look around. I would like to see if there is any big machine. You know how like in casinos, there's like all the rings of like the standard ones, and then there's the big one where it's like win a bass. That's not right, but like
slot machine.
Well, you know how there's like the big one. There's a like in the center of stuff. It's like all this stuff, and then suddenly it's this is the Wheel of Fortune one or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
I would like to quickly run up to it, and I would like to phase with the ladle, and I would like to jam it into the machine, and then let it go.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know, honestly, but I just want to break this thing. It's a big, expensive thing. We need another distraction, so I just want to wreck shop just a little bit.
Okay, make a intellect roll.
Don't worry about it, Dale. I'm very smart.
You are not smarter than me.
Wow, didn't say that. So very telling on your reaction. 7.
7. Okay, so I'm going to say that is a marginal success. You don't exactly know how the inside of a slot machine works, but
That's
phasing
very
the ladle in's no problem. And you just start like phasing it and just, sort of randomly rematerializing it to kind of like pull things and hit things and push things. And suddenly at some point, like a big loud siren starts going off. It's like right on top of the machine. It's like, the as if somebody won the jackpot siren. It's like
Mhm.
nothing
Okay, that's
happens.
great. Now they know where we are.
But it doesn't like no coins or anything spell out?
No coins spill out, but since the siren has gone off, like kind of a crowd of like slot machine people sort of kind of like start like, heading towards your way to like see what's going on.
Okay, I turn to Destiny, hold up my hand, and I am just pulling right from pop culture. Do you trust me? And I hold up my hand.
Not really, but let's go.
And we phase, and I want to run through the crowd.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to roll for that. You phase, you run through the crowd. Where are you headed?
Towards the exit.
Okay. And that's easy for you. The two of you make it. You come back out right where you came in. And now you are standing in front of the casino. Now what?
I turn to Destiny, and now I like take my hand away, so it's we only phase when we need to. We should go to your brother in the hospital.
I think we have to.
And I turn. I'm just firing off now. I'm in rich boy mode. If that's all right with you, Destiny, if you don't
We
mind.
called the bus here. What's the fastest way? Please go, rich boy.
I turn to the valet and I just tap and I go, I'm so sorry. I have no idea where it is. But it's the bard.
Make a willpower roll.
Oh boy. I'm wondering. Okay. 8.
8. Yeah, that is a major success. So the bard, sir, what model?
You're gonna have to excuse me. My name's Vian Vigor. I'm an author. I'm not a mechanic, so unfortunately I don't.
Can I butt in? Can I butt in really quick and just say a model of bard?
Sure. Make an intellect roll.
And can I add professional fake to this? No, I can't because I used up my thing.
You don't have determination. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh wait. Okay, I turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna quickly turn around. Okay, you turn around. I turn around. I turn to you and I go. What model car does our friend here pull up in? Can you remind me?
I literally don't remember. Did I write it
No,
down?
but can you recall what car our friend here is going to pull up in?
Make an intellect roll.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Wait, I'm looking into the future to remember. All right. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. So make a
I would like to
roll.
Bill and Ted this a little bit, if that's all right.
So that's a 10.
Yeah, and you see him pull up in a Bard XJ5, like kind of sports car, two door, sports thingy.
Yeah, it's the Bard XJ5.
Thank you. What my accountant said.
He kind of looks, the keys. We do have an XJ5.
That's it. That's ours.
I love your books.
Oh, thank you.
And he goes and he runs off. He's a professional, the magic professional. So he's back relatively quickly, and just this bard kind of speeds up in front of you. And
I would like to quickly turn to Destiny while this is happening, and I'm glad it's happening quick. I want that to be clear. Mm-hmm. Also, I want to say really quickly, Vian was angry when he insulted Daryl's face. That was not, and that you should not do that. I want that on the table real quickly before that slips away. That's Daryl's appearance has nothing to do with his bad decisions. I want that to be completely clear. I would like to turn to Destiny and go, pen and paper.
Okay. I give him the pen and the receipt from Starbucks.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I don't even have time necessarily to even, because our friend is such a professional, and I quickly scribble something down as our friend pulls up, and I hand the receipt to our friend as we get in.
Okay, you hand it to him, but I'm going to give you a point of determination. And I am going to play kind of a trouble against you here. You're educated at the School of Pop Culture, but it's like I'm going to sort of play it in a weird way. I think I'm going to stretch this a little bit. He's just sort of like Mr. Vigor, honestly, it's like when I saw The Glass Window, that movie, it just changed my life. I got to tell, can you tell me each and every influence you had for that movie and that book? I mean, and he's just standing there holding the keys while he sort of babbles at you. And while that's going on, you see two of Daryl Ivy's guys kind of come out the door behind you.
I quickly chuck the keys to Destiny. And I really hope you can drive, Destiny. I don't know. I'm making an assumption here, but I'm going to chuck you the keys. And I want to turn to our friend. And
Destiny, make a coordination roll.
I will. Oh, it's a 10. I got a 6 on the die.
You chuck those keys and she just catches them like perfect, and
then I slide across the bonnet and get into the driver's seat.
Yeah, Dale slides across the bonnet. And gets
bonnet.
Oh, the hood. The hood. Sorry.
No. We like the bonnet. Yeah, we're gonna rename this model the Bard Bonnet.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, no, see, it's always about the rewrite. So yeah, you are now in the driver's seat. And what are you doing, Vian?
I turn to our friend and I put the receipt in our friend's hand and I shake their hand and I go, the secret to a good book is a good reader. And I quickly rush to the passenger side and get in. Actually, it's probably not enough time, so I'm probably gonna get in the back seat.
Yeah, she just kind of like starts the engine and like pulls out, and you kind of like leap into the back seat, legs sticking out as the car like zips down the driveway. While that is going on, what did you write on the paper, might I ask?
I signed it.
Oh, it's your autograph. Okay. So,
but it still had the ghost list on it, so I don't know if that's ever going to come back to bite us in the butt.
Destiny, driving a vehicle relates to handling.
I did write the list. It says walk through walls, through spelled THRU, invisible ? Summon ghosts maybe, make chairs stack on table. That was the list.
Yeah, as you pull away, he sees your name and he sees this list, and he's just sort of like, maybe I'll write a book about a ghost who can walk through walls and stack chairs. And he sort of turns to his boss, I quit! And he just like sort of just runs off with the list in his hand.
Chase your dream.
Now, Destiny, you have to make a handling roll on this sports car. It is the lesser of the handling or the character's appropriate ability, which is usually coordination or intellect. So since it is the lesser and this is a sports car that handles really well, we're going to say your coordination is the lesser. So do me a favor and just make a coordination roll to see how well you're driving.
Okay. Oh, it's an 8.
Okay. It's a powerful sports car. You are maybe not super used to this, but you are holding your own and staying on the road. And as you are driving, you can see in the rearview mirror, you have got a big SUV on your tail. Vian, we'll say you're able to kind of climb in and get into the front seat.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try it. It makes no sense. I don't think I can do this. I'm gonna try to phase the car with us in it.
You can do that, actually. I believe we have established. But wait, your phasing power is a 3 right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I might maybe have let you do some things you should not have been able to do, which means you can only phase through brick.
Okay.
So you can phase the car, but the car can only pass through things that are brick or lower on the benchmark chart. So brick, plastic, or leather, or things that are approximately.
Yeah. That was just to metagame really quick, Dale. That's why I was sort of aiming for the easiest thing for us to run through. So hopefully that door was plastic.
Yes, we're going to say it was a plastic door.
Because they have to
explain why I let you
put
do
bang
that.
into them. You
You
don't
know,
put.
they cut corners where they can, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, yeah. Don't worry about it.
The door to the kitchen doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah, at the inside, the ladle, they don't have security on it.
We broke
I
so
can-
many rules.
I concur because it covers up for my mistake. So, yes, you can phase the car, but the
Yes.
thickest thing you can pass through is something of the equivalent density of brick.
Great.
That's not.
I'm phasing the car, and I want to be clear, I am not Sam DeLev. So this isn't like breadcrumbs of something that's going to pay off. We're just a ghost car. There's no plan.
Okay, yeah, and you definitely have more hair than Sam DeLev, so I can kind of tell the difference a little. But yes, okay, you are a ghost car now. Zipping this barred bonnet is just zipping down the highway. You still have to avoid the other cars around you because you can't pass through them. They're all made of
Yes.
metal. But your handling roll was good enough, so you are doing that. The speed of the car is higher than the speed of the SUV, so you are able to stay ahead of the SUV, but you can't lose it because the SUV is fast enough to kind of, keep up with you. Unless you're going to try and lose it by doing some kind of fancy something or other. So let's say it takes you...
They know where we're going anyway.
They know where you're going anyway. So you head towards, I believe we called it Grand River General Hospital. And
Sure did.
it takes you about 10 minutes to get there. You're going at high speed. Grand River General Hospital comes into view. It is, a big hospital. And it's got a parking garage that's got several entrances and exits that you can see. The exits all have, tire damage spikes over them. The entrances are just clear. You see, there is a big circular driveway that goes out in front of the hospital, which looks like, where ambulances might, come to quickly drop off, patients in need. And then there is a separate ambulance kind of parking sign that sort of points around the back. Where do you head?
Let me quickly pull up this chart. I might do something I'm going to regret, Dale.
Okay, great. Love that for us.
Let me... can you remind me what page that chart is on?
What chart are you looking for?
I just want to see what I can...
Benchmarks?
Yes, please.
It's very early.
Yeah,
I'm 13.
Great, of course.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13, the day of Dale's birthday.
Mine too.
What?
Yeah.
I've never
Congrats
seen
to
you
us.
in the
Yeah,
same
I was
place.
born on Friday the 13th. It's one of my proudest things.
Oh, wow. No, I wasn't a Friday the 13th, but my birthday, of course, falls on Friday the 13th.
Being a 13th is, it counts.
Yeah, yeah. We are part of a club that Omar can just never know.
Yeah, he snuck my birthday into his dream story earlier.
That must have been subconscious. That wasn't no. Rick.
Yes.
Where does glass fall in its relation to plastic?
Ooh, okay. On this approximate table, we're gonna say glass is we'll call it level 3.
That's my level right now. Okay, so we're coming up on the hospital, and there's like this. We see the spikes, and we're in front of the vehicle behind us, obviously, because that's what I just said. So I turn to Destiny and I go, I have no idea if this is gonna work. Wish me luck. And I would like to kick open the door, unphase our car. I would like to just phase myself. Okay, so it's just me. I would like to then turn, probably phase through the seatbelt, which I put on. And I would like to, with leather, fancy car, I think, right? And I would like to run at their vehicle to try to jump through the windshield and phase through there. Because yeah.
Dude, okay, wow, respect. The phasing part you can do, the coordination part you got to roll for.
Yes.
So let's break this down into 2 rolls. Coordination to see if you can get in place on the back of your car to do it, and then coordination for the leap itself.
Okay.
So give me the first one.
Coordination.
You're
Coordination. Why? We don't have any community determination between the two of us. And I burned mine 4.
total 4. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's just to get out of the car.
That is just to get out of the car. And okay, I rolled a 3, so that makes it a marginal success, which
It's the
makes it
pancake
my
that you squeeze in the
discretion.
dog.
You know, so what I'm going to say is it is the ugliest thing ever. You get through the window and it's one of those, like, you know, you face through the window and you're trying to get set on the back of the car, but then, like, you know, Destiny hits like a bump, like a, you know, like a speed bump, like on the way into the parking garage, and like you go flying, and like, you know, you kind of falling off the back, and you just like gotta grab the window, and you're like hanging on, like shouting and screaming, and you're like sort of gotta manage to pull yourself back up onto the back of the car. Give me a strength roll.
Oh boy, that's not Vian's strength. Here we go. 4.
And yet it is Vian's strength.
4. Okay, 4 total.
It is a 4 total.
Okay. Vian, you cannot really pull yourself back up. You are hanging on the back of the car.
Mm-hmm. How close
If
are
you
they?
They are a few feet behind you. If you are good, like they're doing like one of those like speeding up to like ram you kind of things.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you see the car getting closer and closer. If you are going to try and like push off and leap from the position you are in, I gotta raise the difficulty now to make this leap.
I understand the choice that you have to make, Rick. So really quickly, what I'd like to do then is I would like to take off my tie, which I had on, and which is phased because it's on me. And I would like to, because it's a pretty long tie, I am a gentleman who enjoys a good long tie. And I would like to, compared to like a small, you know, the 90s ones we all remember, right? Where it was just like, hi, I'm here and I'm a
I know what you're saying, but I don't know why you're saying it.
Well, I had to buy time while I undid my tie because it was tough.
Okay.
So this is fluttering in the breeze behind me. And I would like to try to just phase this to just distract the driver. So this will phase through the windshield. I'm not phasing.
Oh,
this will phase.
Okay, so like you're gonna try and like reach your arm out and see if you can get the tie to just like whip him in the face or something.
Just be a weird ghost tie.
Weird ghost tie. Yeah. Okay. Make me a coordination roll.
Now this I can do. Roll. Here we go. Why? Why? Why?
Tie.
4.
Okay.
This is a whole lot of 4s.
Yeah, man.
A whole lot of 1s.
Really stinking it up on the rolling tonight. That is another marginal success. It is to me to sort of decide. So I'm going to say that the tie kind of whips around in front of him a little bit, and then Destiny hits another bump, and you kind of, you know, lose your grip, and you fall off the back of the car and kind of roll across the floor of the parking garage as Destiny turns in. And do me a favor, make a coordination. Oh, are you still phased?
I'm still phased.
Okay, then you don't have to make a coordination roll. The truck just passes straight through you and right after Destiny.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I have nothing but faith in Destiny at this point. And again, just compartmentalizing that concern. This is a parking garage where they're going up, right? And there's, I would imagine, a couple levels.
Like one of those. Yep.
I am going to try to... Can I do something cool? Not yet. Maybe in the future when I go to Port Ruby. Okay, here's the thing. I can climb up probably a little bit faster than the cars that have to go all the way around. Because for me, it's just vertical.
It's like, well, I mean, you're going up steps. I'm just saying if you were going vertical, it'd be slower.
Well, actually, Destiny, I'm going to give you the choice here. Do you go up or down in the garage?
I would know what level the nearest entrance to my brother's room is, right?
Yeah,
from the parking garage.
Would, yeah. Let's say I'm going to model this off of a hospital I know. the whole parking garage, you have to go sort of come down to the ground floor, then go over to the hospital, and then take an elevator.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down.
All right, Destiny, you go down, and you see Destiny's car zip around, and then the SUV chase her. What do you do?
I don't. If this breaks our game a little bit, I'll retract it. But I'm just watching the cars kind of go down, and I'm just up there as I'm hearing like the tires squealing, and I think for the first time I just accept sort of what's going on. I accept that I don't quite get it, and I don't know why me, because I wouldn't have written myself into this situation. I don't think I deserve any sort of redemption, and it seems like the cause of death was my own damn fault. So I don't know why, Vian, but it's me, and I'm here, so I gotta do something. So I want to Dark Knight it, and I'm a ghost, and I'm sure it's gonna hurt, because the sheriff said that if I get hurt, I get hurt. But I would like to wait for the perfect time, and I would like to jump down onto their vehicle.
So you're gonna stand at the edge of the ramp, and then as it passes beneath you, you're gonna try now physically jump onto it or phase through it. What is your goal?
My gosh, with Vian, I think I wouldn't trust myself but if I land on the hood, I won't be able to do anything, which I learned because I couldn't phase through the car. I could only phase through the glass.
Oh yeah, you can only phase through the glass, so you'll have to.
So this is going to be the most absolutely bonkers. Okay, it's taking them a time to skid down.
I believe in you.
I would like to try. Thank you. I would like to try to leap down to where they're going, to put myself in a position to sort of be at the level that they're getting to and swing into the glass from just the level above. So I'm kind of like, what's a bad version of parkour? Whatever the bad version of parkour is.
I think that's falling.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Falling and bumping into things. That's what Vian's doing downwards while the cars are screeching down. And then I'm going to wait for Destiny's car to go by, the one we stole. And then I want to swing into their car.
You want to swing into Destiny's car, or you want to swing into the SUV? The SUV?
I want to swing into the SUV.
Okay, so you can phase through the floor and kind of just fall or badly parkour.
Yeah, because I think it's concrete, so I wouldn't be able to do it because that's level 5.
Yeah,
so it's going to be painful.
Right. Okay, thank you for your honesty
parkour.
points. All right, so yeah, your bad parkour. Make a coordination roll.
Great. Okay, Sheriff, wherever you are, please. 5.
Okay, you fall, and let's say you fall down about 2 levels. 2 parking garage levels is 2 stories or so.
20 feet, jeez.
Yeah, 20 feet. And
20-ish meters, as we learned last week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and just totally without grace. You just kind of let go, just kind of, and just you kind of hit one of the railings on your way down, and then land really hard on the ground. And that is going to cost you 3 stamina, bringing you down to 4. Destiny, you are tearing around that level of the garage as you see Vian sort of plummeting before you. Do me a favor, make a coordination roll.
It's not great. It's a 6 total.
All right, it will be just enough that you are able to sort of just, kind of pull it so that you just narrowly miss him there. Vian, what do you do? SUV coming up on you fast.
Great. I'm running at them, which I can do because I did cross country and track. And I would like to use the tiny bit of shot put knowledge that I have to try to launch myself into the window.
Okay.
Yep, that falls under shot put, yeah.
Because you spin.
Now, that fall, you say, gave you the temporary quality of shaken or
imagine,
injured.
Mhm.
I'm going to play that as a trouble against you.
Sure.
So that's going to give you a point of determination, but it is going to make your coordination roll for your jump a little bit harder.
Okay.
I'm going to raise the difficulty level by 2 to compensate.
Okay.
So give me a coordination roll.
Here we go. Come on, Sheriff.
So lucky this is a prequel.
Let me be strong. That's an 8.
Okay. It's not the prettiest thing as you kind of you limping a tiny bit from the pain of the fall. But like as it comes, you time it and you jump and the car zooms and it's like one of those boom, it goes like slow motion and you just zip right through the windshield, landing kind of right between the seats. And you find yourself like lying there. You stay phased.
I wouldn't have the know-how necessarily right now to unphase in time.
And you see, there are 2 guys in the front seat and Daryl Ivy himself in the back seat, and they have all, they got guns ready to go. Daryl Ivy kind of grabs at you and his hand just kind of like comes right through you. And he's like, what the hell?
Yeah. I put my fist right through his face and I keep it there phased.
And he stops and he's just sort of like, what is this?
I'm going to ask one last question here, Daryl. Would you all mind pulling over real quick?
And he goes, pull it over there. And Destiny, you see in your rearview mirror that suddenly the car like brakes and stops chasing you and kind of pulls over next to some parking spots. What do you do?
I'm gonna drive up the ramps back up to the ground floor.
Okay, yeah. And you reverse course and start heading back up to the top. And we're going to follow
Sorry,
you
I'm
for a
leaving you.
second.
I don't know that you can die. All I know is that you're a ghost.
No, you know what? I'm even going to give you a point
here
of
to help.
determination for,
I will take it.
yeah, your recklessness. You're addicted to risk, right?
No, I think that's one of the old ones as well, actually.
That was another one. What was the
That's the
reckless
old one.
quality used before?
So my reckless one now is Out for Bloody Vengeance.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Out for Bloody Vengeance is the one I was looking for. Because you are out for Bloody Vengeance, you do not even stop to check on Vian. You just head right back up there. What do you do?
I screech to a stop just anywhere because it's not my car. They're not gonna how am I gonna get fined for it? So I am just gonna run directly to my brother's room.
Okay. You start running up through the hospital, heading to your brother's room. It's going to take you a couple of minutes to get there. Vian, what are you doing?
Okay, I turn back to Daryl. And I to the driver, I go, thank you very much. And I turn back to Daryl with my hand still phased through, like his head, like at the top. Ask me one more time real quick, Daryl, who I am.
Who are you?
I'm Vian Vigor. And for some reason, I'm the goddamn spirit of justice. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I want to pick myself. I'm kind of an angry guy, to be quite honest. Very vain. I'm not exactly a good man in any measure of the word, but this is my first mission of spreading justice. And I'm starting to wonder now, how am I going to do that? What exactly does it mean? Why is it one person's responsibility to deliver justice? And it's just occurring to me right now, Daryl, quiet Daryl, that it's not my choice alone. In fact, I'm going to make you responsible for what the spirit of justice does. You can drop all of this. You can stop threatening destiny. You can try to, in fact, turn this all around. And while I'm not an FBI agent, I am a ghost. And I don't imagine that they will hire ghosts unless whatever. Let's worry about that later, Daryl. But what I will say is that I do answer to some sort of greater power, as you can see right now, because I'm holding my arm through your cranium. So,
and he's he kind of very nervously just looking at that arm.
And if he leans back a little bit, I lean forward a little bit. Like whatever motion he gives, I match.
Yeah, and he tests that a little.
So I'm going to make the choice yours, Daryl. I'm going to make the choice yours right now. Are you going to deliver justice by deciding to take this all down and to help her brother because of some debt that you're in? And you're going to report Thacker over to the authorities and get out of your debt the clean way? Or are you going to force the spirit of justice to deliver justice in one of the most violent and bloody ways you could possibly imagine in what I figure is going to be the next 2 seconds of your life? I'm going to let that decision be yours.
Do me a favor, make a willpower roll.
Okay. Okay. 7. Oh, wait. And I have a point of determination?
You do.
I'm adding it.
Based on what?
Based on spirit of justice. It says earn it in the game, and I think I've earned it.
I say you just earned it with that speech, yeah. So that gives you 9, you said?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Destiny, you arrive at your brother's hospital room.
It's a hotel room of sorts.
His hotel room, yes, is yes, the hospital hotel. And you open the door, which is strangely shut, and you see inside of it your friend, I think we said her name
Ellie!
was, Dr. Eliana Gallo. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she is wrestling with that henchman that you saw walk away out of the casino way earlier, when Daryl whispered in his buddy's ear. And that guy's got like a big scary syringe kind of in his arm. And Eliana's kind of like holding it back and kind of like kicking at his shins.
I'm gonna try and tackle him.
Make a prowess roll.
Yay! Super
And you also have a point of
average.
determination if you want it.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay. Well, I think I might go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could use Out for Bloody Vengeance for this one.
Yeah, it's usually supposed to be once a scene, but I would say this is a new scene.
You know what, though?
What?
I can try to make it med school dropout and try to use the syringe in some capacity in the tackle.
Or use your medical knowledge to try and guide your attack. Yeah, either of those works great. Sure.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. All right. So then that was 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 2 is 7.
Okay. Considering he is already wrestling with another person, I am going to say that, that adjusts the difficulty level, and that will give you a major success. So what was it you were trying to do? Like tackle him or like take him to the ground, or were you trying to do something more specific?
I think I was trying to take him to the ground.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of just like run at him and just like, wah! Like fling yourself and just you hit right into him, and just like he just knocks to the ground, and the syringe goes flying out of his hands. And as he falls, Dr. Gallo it's like, Destiny, and then like turns to the door and is like, security, security, security. Starts like shouting. What do you do?
Oh, far out. What do I do? I'm gonna, I don't know. This is really stupid. It is not remotely what I am good at, but I'm gonna straddle the guy's torso and try to punch him in the face.
All right, do me a favor, roll coordination as initiative.
Okay, great. I will do that for you. I will do this thing you ask. 6.
Okay, you go first. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. You kind of like get on him, and we'll say, well, you kind of pin his arms with like your, knees, and you want to punch him in the face. That is a prowess roll.
Yeah. Okay. Max on the die. Max on the die. That's a 9.
Okay, and with his arms pinned like that, you punch that dude in the face. Oh, I forgot to take his stamina down for knocking to the ground. Okay, yeah, you hit him real hard in the face, and since he's like right on the floor, the back of his head hits the floor, like right behind it, and he's just like kind of looks up like all like dazed, and he is stunned. He cannot attack. So it's going to come right back to you.
Oh, I'm gonna punch him again. I don't think I'm gonna stop punching him.
Okay,
just
then give me
for
one more prowess
clarity.
roll.
Okay. That one's a 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be enough. You hit him one more time, and you can almost like you hear the back of his head like hit that linoleum floor, like you hear like almost like an eggshell crack sound.
A little bit of a sticky edge to it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And he just goes out unconscious as 2 security guards come running back into the room with Dr. Gallo.
Oh boy, are they gonna have to pull me off him? Carry on.
Yeah, you're still like just punching away even though he's unconscious. Meanwhile, down in the garage, Daryl Ivy's got Vian's fist in his face. What did you get on your willpower roll way back when? You got like an 11?
9, right?
Oh, a 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daryl Ivy. Ooh. So, okay. Frankly, if I turn against Thacker, I'm dead anyway. But I reckon I could leave your friend alone.
Not a bad start. You swear to that?
Got my word of honor.
Okay, open your door real quick.
He opens the door like very carefully and slowly.
I walk through him.
Okay.
To get out of the car, and I'm sort of pivoting around my arm, like, it's just like in his head. And I smile and I go, "That's a good promise. And if you break that promise, I'm gonna haunt the hell out of you because I'm a ghost." You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
I retract my arm and I unphase just to kind of test, the waters. And I look right at him and I go, "The only way that any of this works, any of this justice stuff works, is if it's kindness, always. Keep that in mind. I'll see you around." And then I walk a few steps and I turn back around and go, "Boo."
Yeah, and as you turn back around, he's just like, you shouldn't be so trusting. And he reaches into his jacket and he sort of pulls out a gun. And as he points it at you, he suddenly stops. And he puts it down. And he sort of starts to turn white as a sheet. And you turn and see behind you this tall guy in a suit who looks like Mark Strong. And he's standing there with 2 other very large, kind of henchman-y looking dudes in suits. And Daryl goes, "Thacker?" And Thacker goes, "Yeah, I saw you run out of the casino in a big rush. You wouldn't be fleeing on me, Daryl, would you? You got my money, don't you? You're supposed to have something for me." And Daryl's just like, I think we can talk. And he sort of starts moving back towards the car. And Thacker and his guys kind of raise his guns. And Thacker sort of looks over at you and he's just like, "You got about 2 seconds to get out of this garage."
"Only need one. Have a good one." And I rush off.
And as you rush off, you hear the sound of gunfire erupting behind you as Daryl Ivy fights for his life. And since it is 8:02, we're going to say we dissolve back to Destiny's shop. Destiny, your brother's okay. You guys hear on the news that Quiet Daryl Ivy has been killed in a shootout. No suspects were arrested. You were at Destiny's shop, the 2 of you. What do you want to wrap this up?
I don't know. I thought it'd feel different. Does that make sense? Like how is this justice? Like justice would be a world where evil isn't rewarded with power, or a world where the police actually help people instead of a cheap back alley psychic having to delve into the occult. Or, justice would be me in that bed, not him. He was, idiot's too kind to even lie. He didn't even lie to him. I lied. I told him to bet on black.
Can I don't have a point of determination. But this is like a few days later, right? I imagine.
Sure.
Okay. Can I say that I've changed? Is that all right? Clothing?
Oh, like your clothes? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because these ones were like all dirty and
I
messed
think
up.
you can also say that we've all changed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The power was in you all along, Vian. Yeah. You've got a fresh suit.
Okay,
or
great.
whatever you want to be having.
Yeah. I'll be changing sort of in the back. We'll do sort of a Doctor Who thing, I guess. And I kind of poke my head out from behind. I don't know, Destiny. I don't know. But I guess it's what we got to figure out. I mean, you can see into the future, but what does that do, you know?
Well,
Your brother's all right, right?
as all right as he can be. I mean, how would you feel? You said you have family, right?
Yeah.
Siblings?
I got a sister.
Yeah. Well, how would she feel if it was you wrapped around that tree?
That is a conversation I am hoping to avoid as long as humanly possible. And I would like to walk out, and I've got my chunky cardigan, and I have my badge that I put somewhere.
You've been
that I'll put
planning
on
this
shirt.
quick change the entire episode, haven't you?
No, only during break. And I and I look at you, Destiny. I don't know.
Well, I don't think I have the philosophical temperament for much more crime fighting, but if you ever need the insight of a psychic intuitive, you know where to find me.
I hope you don't mind, but I did a little research myself because I am at the end of the day an investigator. And I want to like kind of sit down next to I guess like are you like on the couch or something or like a chair?
Sure.
I would just kind of want to like sit if you're like at like I'm sitting on the table if you're like at the chair. I did a little bit of research. And I found a really actually good coffee shop. Would you like to go and just chill out for a bit?
Sure. That sounds good.
All right.
But before we go, Destiny's gonna just really quickly, she's gonna reach out and take your left hand into her own. And she starts tracing really lightly along the lines on your palm. She says, okay, just want to check something really quickly. And she takes a look into your future. And as she's reading, it's easier when she's got, something behind her, like the cards or the palmistry. And she says, all right, you're going to make friends. Friends from far away. Some from very far away. Okay, you're going to make enemies too. Dangerous ones. That makes sense. The police aren't going to help you, so don't call them. You're going to have... I see like a houseplant on your windowsill. You know, one of those ones with the sort of speckly leaves. What are they called? A begonia? Okay. There's a building full of people. I think it's in danger. There's going to be a dog in... What is that? Is that a graveyard? Don't go there. There's a hole in the sky or the ocean, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Crowds of people there. Oh my God. They're going to... Oh my God. And she pulls her hands away. And she takes a second to breathe and she says, Vian, you can't stay here. You have to go to Port Ruby.
Okay. Well, let's get coffee first. And I'll tell you what, next time you want to read my palm, how about you buy me dinner first? Because where I'm from a quaint, little town where we talk like this. Do you like this? Should I keep doing this? And then let's, my lady, and I open the door after you. Where I'm from, this is what we do. This is what we do. Here we go.
And let's pull back on that delightful banter. Thank you so much. You two are incredible.
This was so much fun.
That was the best, Dal. Thank you so much for coming to play with us. Oh my God. Whenever I have some crazy wacky project, I always ask Dal to do something, and she always shows up, and she always hits a grand slam.
Thank you so much for thinking of me. It was really nice to be invited, and I had a really good time, and it was just really nice scheming things with Rick all week.
Yes. Oh my God, this was so much fun. If you can really see the future, you can tell whether or not I'm going to invite you back someday already. So yeah, thank you so much. We're going a little over time. Let's let the good people know where they can find you. Dale Kingsmill.
Oh, hi, that's me. So I have a YouTube channel where I talk about lots and lots of nerdy things, but predominantly at the moment I'm known for my D&D videos. So if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons or homebrew stuff for tabletop RPGs, you can check me out on YouTube at Monarchs Factory. I'm also on Twitter all the time. You can find basically any of my socials just by typing Dale Kingsmill and the social media platform into Google, because I did not have the foresight to sort of make my name consistent across every platform. So Google is the way.
That makes you exactly like every member of the cast who has a different
Woo!
Instagram, Twitter, and everything. So don't you worry. Yeah, check out Dale's YouTube. It is just freaking delightful.
Thank you.
Omar Najam.
Hey, I'm Omar Najam. You can find me here on PowerPlay, as well as on Twitter at Omar Najam. That's the only one I'll feed because everything else is who knows. But two really quick things I will say. One is when the season is back. I know, Buster. When the season is back, more episodes or more chapters of Vian's book will be written. The second half will be completed, and our friend Liz reads them on Saturdays. So please, get ready for that. That's one thing. And the second, I just want to applaud Dale's American accent. I thought it was really good.
Oh, actually, I thought it was worth a shot because I felt like it would be about as consistent as your cowboy accent. So I thought I may as well try.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming, Dale. It's really been educational. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Wow. That was, yeah. I'm Rick Bud. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at rbud913, or you can follow the show at PowerPlay RPG. I will be back here next week with, as you have probably figured out by now, PowerPlay Origins Ulez Galley. And speaking of which, the theater goes dark and the after credit sequence begins. We are in space. Ulez Galley's sarcophagus-like space pod sails through the stars. Inside, Ulez sits in the control seat. It's actually more like kind of like a reclining chair. And they watch like this readout that's like right in front of their eyes. It's just throwing all kinds of information at them. Their hands rest against the controls. One of them is like even physically connected to the system itself, and it feeds them more information about the status of the ship and its surroundings and stuff like that. And suddenly, the voice of the system speaks to them. Planet detected. Identifying. Based on position and atmospheric composition, there is a 78% probability this planet is Azatora, last visited by the Keepers 7.2 thousand years ago. Ulez takes the information in, but barely reacts, and then the system says, uncatalogued vegetation detected. And that brings a smile to Ulez's face. And using their free hand, they start tapping buttons on the control pad, and the ship changes course, and it enters the atmosphere of Azatora and shoots to the ground like a meteorite. And it looks like it's going to just like crash, but when it gets within like a few hundred feet of the surface, these like powerful retro rockets fire, and the ship just sort of gracefully slows and hovers, and then gently lowers itself to the ground. And the lid opens and lets the light in, and Ulez sits up and shields their eyes. And it takes a moment, but their eyes eventually begin to adjust, and they find themselves looking up at a blue sun in a yellow sky. And on that, we will see you next week for PowerPlay Origins Ulez Galley with special guests Markia McCarty and Max Isaacson. I can't wait. See you next week. Thanks for playing with us.